And we're back, chat. Welcome back. Good morning to you, sir.
Good
Happy
morning.
Monday.
Absolutely.
How are we doing today? Usually right out of the gate, we kind of ask, who are you? Get a little rundown of just your basics there, and then we kind of lead off into the abyss.
Well, I am Grasshopper. I've That's actually been the name I've gone by IRL as well as my online community for about the last 25 years. Stupid little nickname I picked up a long time ago. Um, don't really know what more to say about me. I'm an old man, dad, and gamer. Been a gamer since Atari. So this is just a passion of mine that I like to do. This is my detox time.
Nice. No, 100%. I think that's something I think everybody kind of breaks away from. That's why I don't understand how there could be. I mean, there's drama in all walks of life, unfortunately, but it's like this is the breakaway point for everybody. I feel, and to bring issues or problems or things like that into the world is never fun. But always try to be the light here, right? We try to be the light of the day. And how did you get the name of Grasshopper? Was that something that
Uh
friends did or?
yeah, it's kind of a boring story, but when I was 19 years old, I had went to work for a factory, and back then I wasn't very extroverted. I was a very shy, introverted young adult, and so when I started the job, I didn't really volunteer my name or anything. They just sort of stuck me with someone on the line, an older lady, and told her to teach me the job. And I don't know if how many people here will get the reference, but there was an old TV show called Kung Fu, and the student was the young grasshopper. So she would refer to me as young grasshopper, do as I do, young grasshopper. And she spent the day teaching me the job, and next day, the boss takes me down to another part of the line and gives me to a new person and says, teach him everything you know. And the lady that had taught me the previous day says, this is young grasshopper, teach him everything you know. And fast forward about a week of doing that, and it just spread throughout the plant that I was grasshopper. Everyone just started referring to me as grasshopper. And from that job, I met who became my best friend and who became uh, my wife, now ex-wife, but who had became my wife, and the meeting their people and spreading out into IRL, it just sort of took off. And for 25 years now, everybody in my life, except for my parents, call me Grasshopper.
Nice. No, I like that. That's a good origin story. Yeah. How Grasshopper was created. Yeah.
Yeah, just a silly little joke that stuck and never went away.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. I love the name, and that's what I kind of referred it to. I'm old too, so I kind of was that's what I imagined it came from or something very similar. Uh, but no, that's great. And you mentioned playing games since Atari. What was one of the first games that you remember that was kind of like you were like, oh, I like doing this. This is fun.
So on Atari, there was a game called Joust, and that was my jam back in the day. I played that constantly. And I don't know how many people in chat are familiar with Joust, but it was a silly little game. You were a knight, like a king knight, that rode an ostrich with a lance, and you just flew around the map, landing on other bad guy knights on ostriches and squished them and collected their eggs before their eggs hatched and became new bad guys. And it came in waves. It was a wave type game. So I was hooked on that game. I played that game forever, and that's the game that got me into video games.
Nice. No, that sounds fun. I love those old Atari games. I mean, for what they were pretty solid at the time, and I think that inspired me, a lot. I'm old fashioned. I like the Pong. I like the two tables on each
Absolutely.
side and the ball, like I could play that. You even they have that stuff on like Roku TV or cell phones. Like there's some form of it, but just basic. That's basic as can get. And I loved it, Pac-Man, Tetris,
Oh
like
yeah.
those are the But yeah, no, welcome in A Heart, Yo, and Leonessa. Thank you guys for blessing me with your presence this morning. Hopefully, you guys had a great Sunday, great weekend with the family, and your work day today goes smoothly if you're working. If not, hopefully, you're enjoying your extra non work day. Uh, I think Joker Mom may be a little under the weather today. She's actually still home. Usually, when I wake up to do the show on Mondays, she's at work early as can be. But Joker Mom is home and in the bedroom, still sleeping. So, hopefully, she feels better if she's under the weather. I played some kind of kangaroo boxing game on Atari. Do you recall that game?
I don't recall that one.
Okay, I started playing Pac-Man and Centipede. Nice. Good morning. And then there's some the what's the is Centipede? No, I was gonna say which one's there's a shooting one, Galactica I don't remember what it's called.
Galaga,
Yeah, that might be it. That's probably it.
I think that was it. And then there was Space Invaders. That was another came from that one came from old arcade game up to Atari console.
Yeah, no, Space Invaders was pretty good. I've played. There's like a newer Space Invaders in the mall here. That's like it's a big machine and it like points up to a big board and you and the person next to you are shooting it from the gunners. It's crazy. Yo, Scarlet
Cool.
Cherry, welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, it's pretty fun. I played it a few times. It's really hard because usually someone ends up dying and then you're just one of you and then it's like it's hard to keep up with so much stuff and it's a huge screen. It's like way up in the kind of this I don't know. I was thinking it was hanging, but it's not hanging. It's part of the machine. So the machine goes further out and then high up, and then the thing's like kind of levitating in the air a little bit, but it's pretty fun. But yeah, no, thanks for stopping in with the check-in from Bullet Fam. Bullet Fam's amazing. So if you like your stay here, drop a follow to our guest. We have a wonderful guest on the show today, Grasshopper_games. So GRASSHOPPER_GAMES. So of course that's on if we do once we upload this to our platforms of podcasts and talk shows for audio only, you guys will know where to catch him on Twitch over here. But yes, Scarlet Cherry, welcome in. Hopefully you enjoy your stay. We do the Jokerdad Spotlight here. We do this usually Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. If you're not too familiar with our platform here, we kind of showcase up and coming streamers. Sometimes we have brand new streamers who aren't even affiliate yet. And then we have streamers who've been doing this for years and have formed their own community and just want us to a little bit know more about them, get a chance to vibe, hang out. So awesome to have you here. Hopefully you enjoy your stay. But yeah, so where are you from? What neck of the woods do you reside?
So currently, I live in Missouri in the Midwest. I'm about an hour north of St. Louis. I know most people don't know much about Missouri that aren't from here, but everybody knows where St. Louis is. So I'm about 45 minutes north of St. Louis.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's I forgot. I personally should have remembered where you were from. Just seeing that I knew and we're close to Ryder, and I think even Nightfall, right? All you guys are kind of.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah, Nightfall is IRL friend of mine. We wrestle the same promotions. Ryder, also a fellow wrestler as well, IRL, and that's how we know each other. We worked for the same promotion several years ago. So all Midwest people here.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. I think that's great. I love when people can come together, find mutual interests, not only in like wrestling, but you guys are all gamers as well. So it's like, it's awesome. It's
our nerddom has no bounds.
It
spreads all over the place.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, that's amazing. Yeah, no, good times. And I mean, I think when it comes to streaming, there's different aspects of streaming. You can game, you can show your interest. Like I have another fellow streamer, Big Patty's Gaming, which I think he may have just recently rebranded. I'd have to check, but he does, wrestling reactions, things like that. So he's very big into wrestling as well. And I think there's always, a niche or an area that will accommodate your interests. You know, if you love something and you like something so much, obviously there's likely going to be other people out there who have the same love and
Oh,
passion,
absolutely.
you know, for the same thing. And to find those people is probably the most difficult thing. But once you find them and they vibe with what you're creating, then you slowly start to build a community. And it's just, you know, I tell everybody stick with it because I know, you know, right now, I say it a lot of times, Twitch is in a hard state right now. I've looked at figures on the gaming industry. I've seen figures on, you know, how many people are streaming now compared to a year ago. I see it within my community, within a lot of other communities I'm a part of that, you know, a lot of content creators are struggling right now, not only on creation of content, on visibility, on, you know, growth, and it's just very discouraging for a lot of people. And some people are doing great, you know. So for those people who are doing good, they don't see an issue, right? It's their perception's different because they're doing well. So it's tough. Look at this hairy fucking man. Yes, man. Which I was gonna say which one because we're pretty both hairy, but he's got me beat. He is. I've got longer hair probably right now because I've let my hair grow out, but you got the beard beating me.
Oh, you definitely got me beat on the head hair. I've got very little. Not going bald, it's just little strip mohawk.
Nice. No, that's good though.
Gotta rep the head tats. I can't grow my hair out.
Nice. You got head tats. That's pretty sweet. That hurt? Does that hurt on the top of the head there next to the bone, or not really?
Sides of your head, face, easy peasy. You can sleep through it. The back of my head, I spoke to God that day. That was a rough one.
I imagine, because like, see, my thing is like back there. That's where all your muscles from your shoulders and your back connect,
Mhm.
and I would imagine once it starts going, you know, your nerves in those areas probably start to inflame and flare up,
Absolutely.
and then it just
Absolutely.
starts to pull all the muscles and
It does. And then because there's no fatty tissue, it vibrates your skull and your brain absorbs all that vibration. So about 2 hours in, a migraine develops that sticks around for a couple days from just the incessant vibration of your brain.
that makes fucking sense there. So at least I know not to get a tattoo back there.
Oh,
Uh,
writers calling me out by my wrestling name.
oh yeah, there he goes. He has a that's a question to redeem here. Who is the preacher? Nice. Yeah. So who is it? Give us a little rundown of the preacher.
The preacher. So the preacher is how do I explain it? It's he's sort of a Western gunslinger, sort of old world cat. Maybe was a religious figure at one time, but religious fanaticism and life has sort of turned him away from all of that. So he's a very dark, sort of maybe evil man, but uses religion in a bad way as a crutch, uses religious fanaticism as a way to project evil and justify wrongdoing things. Um, as my character, I don't have one eye. My left eye's gone. I wear a whiteout contact that eliminates that eye. And the concept is I sold my soul to the devil, and the cost of the contract was an eye for an eye. And I've just gone completely off scale with fanaticism to a point that I'm just not a very nice guy.
Nice. I like it. I like it. I like the backstory. Let's go, Chad. Let's give a round of applause for the backstory. Yeah, no, I love. See, that's the thing, you know, with wrestling is it's just great. The characters, the you know, performance, you know, entertainment is what it is, you know, and I love it for what it is. You know, I grew up a lot on it, and you know, what can I say? Like, there's just these people have made a bigger impact than like professional sports had made for me. You know, there was some
Oh,
sport, some, you know, I was a big 49ers fan. You know, my cousin was a Cowboys fan in the early 90s. So, you know, we always bickered about that as teenagers and stuff. But outside of that, you know, wrestling was where it was at. And we both enjoyed our certain wrestlers, and so it was great. Getting a tattoo, paying someone to leave evidence that they stabbed you multiple times. Yeah.
I don't pay for them, Nightfall.
So yeah, no, and what? Give us kind of a rundown on. We'll talk about games. You know, everybody here, we play games. We went over some of the Atari games. What were some of the other early childhood games that made an impact on gaming for you, like that you really enjoyed growing up and kind of stuck with?
So I think like everyone else that's of significant gaming age, I was about 7 or 8 years old when the Nintendo hit the market. We drove down to an old department store called Service Merchandise that has been out of business for a long time to get our first Nintendo. And the first game I got was Spy Hunter, obviously the Mario Duck Hunt multi cartridge, and oh, what was the other one? Rad Racer. It was a just generic racing game, and that's all we could afford to get was those three games, and I played those forever. So those are kind of like my nostalgia games because that's just the game I remember waking up on Saturday morning, eager to play and staying up late Friday night, just trying to see how far I could get in Mario Brothers, trying to find a way to shoot that damn dog in Duck Hunt, and just trying to beat the cups in Rad Racer. So those were heavy influence games on me. Later, I explored more and more games, but I think like everybody else, it was those games. Spy Hunter was a big one. I don't think I've ever beat the second level on Spy Hunter. That game drove me crazy.
Oh wow! I don't think I've ever played that game. I'll have to check that one out because I know all about the dual cartridge of the Duck Hunt and the Mario Brothers. That's a big cutting game. That broke its way into my home. Same, but I think people don't realize like how much that stuff cost back then. Like
It's expensive.
yeah, VCRs and VHS, cassette tapes were very expensive when they first came out. You know, and same with video games. Like that video game system probably cost just as much as modern video game systems and games, but the inflation is calculated into current, right? So back then, that money was worth almost double than what it's worth now. So to spend $300 on anything back in the '90s was a good chunk of change, you know, especially towards a gaming system. Uh, yeah, because I just remember my family growing up, and that was like it was big when we got a gaming system. And like you said, we wouldn't get a whole lot of games. It would be a couple, here's two or three games, enjoy it while you can,
Yep,
and then by the time
absolutely.
you'd want to get another game, a new system was coming out a couple years later. Because yeah, I think I jumped. I'd always get rid of my previous console to pay for the newer one.
Yep.
Uh, so I had Nintendo, Super Nintendo, 64, and then I jumped from the 64 to a Sega Saturn, and then from the Sega Saturn to PlayStation 1. And then I kind of fell off a little bit of gaming then and went to like more PC gaming from console gaming and never really went back except for like a PlayStation 3 when I met my wife and we played a couple games on the PS3, but outside of
Yeah,
that.
similar. We were console gamers until I was a young adult, and we went Nintendo, Sega, Sega CD, Sega 32X, Dreamcast, Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64. Like we had all of them. I think the only thing we didn't own was a Jaguar because you couldn't find them anywhere. There was a little
Oh,
known
yeah.
console for a while called a Jaguar that just sort of died off.
Yeah, no, I remember that. I remember the Jaguar, and I mean, and even the Dreamcast. I remember was kind of hard to find. I didn't really know a lot of people who had a Dreamcast. Like, I
Yeah,
mean, like
we
one or two, but
we had one, but it just never really got off the ground properly. Now it's kind of a pop culture thing. People love to have it, but when it was new, it never really caught on.
no, I think like the only game that was really big was it Fantasy Star, or there was some RPG that was on the Dreamcast that was like maybe something online. It was like one of the first kind of RPG online games that it had. Fantasy Star. I want to say Fantasy Star, but I don't know if that's what it's
Yeah,
called.
I'm not positive myself.
Yeah, so it's yeah. And it's the same as my Sega Saturn. I didn't really know.
There he is.
Oh, what is this? Hold on. One
That's the
second. Oh, I think
didgeridoo
we.
who still owes me money.
Oh, that's funny. A sound alert. I was like, how is someone using a sound alert right now? That's hilarious. How did you guys even go in and activate the sound alert? Was sorry? No, Wahoo? No, I just wondering. Is that through like my panels or something?
Probably got blurb on your panels.
Probably. I have to figure out how to change the settings. Get trolled by the people who know how to troll.
I just saw a really hot chick, and all I could think of was, don't get a boner. Then she did, and my day is ruined. Hey, thanks for the 5 Oh, sorry, I was on mute.
Is that a Dr. Disrespect?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, that one's not aging well right now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You can send bits through the blurb extension to play any sound alert they want. Okay, I'm done. Likely to fart does it to me all the time. I'm here. Yeah, I know that you can do that, Ryder. I just didn't know if I had mine set up that way. I totally forgot. That's hilarious. I'm here. Awesome. No, thank you guys for being here. We always love having you guys stop in and hang out with us. Hopefully you guys had a good weekend. Wahoo. Hello. Good morning. Hello. 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 And yes, hello. I saw your message again this morning. We can sit down, hopefully chat sometime today later if you're available, or even throughout this week. I should be available sometime after work. I don't work today, so awesome. Awesome. But no, that's awesome. I love games, man. I really do. And what type of genres are your favorite games? Like, is there a certain genre that you prefer over others, or kind of dabble in everything?
So it's evolved over time. I used to be sort of a puzzle strategy sort of, gamer, kind of dude, like old Tomb Raider kind of stuff. And that evolved into first person shooters. I became a big Call of Duty fan in early Call of Duty. And unfortunately, that community started to kind of get toxic and sort of pushed me out of it. I got tired of being smoked by 13-year-olds that were way better at it than I was. And eventually found my way into when I got my first PC build and decided I wanted to try PC gaming, a friend of mine turned me on to a game that was getting ready to release called 7 Days to Die. And I jumped into that at release, and it's a survival crafting zombie game. And I am a zombie fanatic. I've loved zombies since before zombies were cool. I've got them tattooed all over my body. So it spoke to me, and really that's where I've been for about the last 10, 12 years now, is just die hard, not necessarily zombie specific, but survival crafting games. And luckily the zombie version of survival crafting games became the in thing, and now you can't throw a rock without hitting a game that is in that genre. And that's just DayZ, 7 Days to Die, Scum, games like that. I love, even Ark. I know there's no zombies, it's survival crafting with dinosaurs, but I just love the grind of, maybe it's because my life is usually chaos, and in that game I can control the chaos by crafting and surviving and managing inventories and all that fun stuff. But I love the survival genre of games.
No, I think you hit it the nail on the head there when you say like you can control the aspects of the game more than you can control the aspects of life sometimes, right? Like I think that's real talk. It's like we lose control sometimes of the direction our life goes or what's thrown at us, and I think that's natural and normal. But in the game, you can control how the rhythm and the flow goes, right? Of a lot of games, and there's the variables of, other people's influence or the game's influence, but you can still pretty much adjust accordingly. Sometimes in life, you kind of just fucking get the beating and take it.
I think IRL, it's chaos with no rules, and in the game, it's chaos within a confines of rules. So you can control your environment and your plan of attack and all of that. And as you get to a point where you're conquering the environment, in a PvE scenario, you're in control now. You dictate what happens when and where and how, and you don't get to do that IRL. The rules change too often for you to be able to just conquer it. So I like the control of the early grind and the overcoming the adversities of a survivor. What they throw at me that's supposed to make me fail, and I make me win.
Oh yeah, 100%. And you mentioned when it comes to streaming, how long have you been streaming now?
So it's a two-part answer. I got into Twitch kind of when Twitch was brand new. and got a nice little following going, playing old games like Outlast, and then 7 Days to Die became my jam, and I built a community around that. My first wife at the time decided that playing online games as an adult was childish and foolish and asked me to stop. And I shut it all down. And since then, I, divorced and moved on with my life and this and that. And 10 years later, I decided I'm going to get back into it. I loved it. I loved the community. Who doesn't love playing video games and talking to people about playing video games and interacting with each other? So
Facts.
I decided to fire it back up. And it's been, I think, 6, maybe 8 months since I reopened my Twitch channel and decided to give another run at it. So I'm very much in the infancy of my second round and trying to rebuild the community I once had and see what's out there. Twitch has changed a lot. The market is a lot more saturated than it was 10 years ago. So it's a little tougher to get your foothold, but I'm of the mindset, whether you're streaming to 5 people or 500 people, put on the same stream, enjoy yourself, and that will bring the people that want to hang out with you. Don't try to tailor yourself to the audience you're looking for. Be you and let the audience that's looking for you find you, and that'll be your best community.
100%, man. 100%. I agree. Everything you said, spot on. When it comes to that, because you can only put up a facade for so long, and people see through that veil. You know what I'm saying? And if you're pretending to be someone you're not, and you're building an audience based on that, one day or another, that veil's going to fall off, and they're going to see the true colors, and it is what it is. And
Absolutely.
that's why I've always been a people person myself, always a people pleaser. So it's just in my nature that, a lot of things in life, unfortunately, don't make me happy. But the happiness of others fills me with joy, and I think that's, it's sad. It's like a double-edged sword, because if you go out of your way to please people and they're still not satisfied, I take it personal. It's more like,
Sure.
oh, well, what did I do? What do I need?
Yep.
So it's a double-edged sword, but that's why we created the show. We wanted to highlight, give more discoverability than what Twitch did, or does, still does. I think their discoverability is pretty horrible. The algorithms on these other platforms are terrible as well. To get a YouTube video short to catch on, to get a TikTok reel, or, it's like, and then when you do get it, everybody's so 1 or 2, 3, 5 seconds. If you're not captivating within that short period of time, you get swiped to the right and next person, and even if you get a lot of views, they don't correlate into follows. There's no interaction from those viewers. So it's very hard as a content creator to really catch on and to get going on the platform. But what I like about it is just the friendships, the abilities, and the time I get to spend with some amazing people who I've met throughout this journey, from all walks of life, from different areas of the world that I will never probably ever visit, like Australia and South Africa. And, if someone told me that I would have been hosting scrimmages for kids in South Africa for Fortnite, I would have never believed it. But we did that for a couple weeks with Sunny Squirrel, which hopefully we'll be getting back into at some point once they start scrimmaging again or need someone to host some games. But just awesome times to meet awesome people, and you guys in chat are awesome. So thanks for coming in, hanging out with us today, vibing with Grasshopper Games and myself. But yeah, Dark History, welcome in. Thank you for being here. How was your Monday morning? Oh my goodness, I can't believe I just pinned your message on accident. Apologize. I'm trying to scroll up through chat, and I randomly
you
hit.
Conveniently pinned the chat that has your name in it. I see how your marketing works.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if you guys don't know about the host who's already here on a daily basis, check him out. Jokerdad 007. Yeah. No, I missed Making sure I didn't miss another comment. Yeah, because the most important thing, I always tell people on the spotlight, the guest is number one. So you're number one here, chat's number two, and then followed up by, unfortunately, my lonesome self at number three. But no, Scotty, I think TJ. Whoa, TJ, I didn't even see you come in, my man. TJ learns bank or banky. Thank you, sir. Scottish matey. Appreciate you being here as well. My goodness. All right, guys. I was just making sure Monday's going well. Working from home today. I hope you guys are having a great morning. Having a great morning. I can't complain. Can't complain at all. I always tell people as long as I'm above the dirt, it's a good day, and as long as I can tell you about it. So you got any hobbies outside of streaming or?
Just the most basic, generic old man hobbies. Obviously, wrestling is a huge hobby of mine. It's kind of like a second job, but it's also a huge hobby. I'm big into art. In my real life, I'm a tattoo artist and piercer professionally. So art is a big part of my life, drawing and things like that. Uh, Love working on motorcycles and old cars. I have a little collection of them that I tinker on out there, and none of them run right, but that's the fun of it. Gives me something to do all the time. So just the most basic stuff. Anything my kid wants to do. I've got a 15-year-old son, and I try to be the type of dad that anything he's into, I'm into, or at least try to understand so that we have things to do together. So pretty generic, boring stuff as far as hobbies go. And then obviously gaming. That's a big one. My nerd time takes up a good portion of my free time.
No, for sure. I think that's typical dad life there. I also got a 14-year-old son. My oldest is 19. Go figure. I have an adult in the world. Crazy there. But yeah, no, it's always time spent with them or here gaming. So it's kind of hard to. And we like to metal detect, forage for mushrooms, and then fishing. So if I'm outside somewhere, those are like my three things. And I try to juggle them. It's so hard though, because it's like, do I go fishing? Do I go mushroom hunting? Or do I metal detect, And then if I do metal detecting, I'm not finding anything. Then I'm like, fuck, I should have been looking for mushrooms or fishing. At least I would have caught something there, So it's always
But then if
myself.
you're fishing and catch nothing, you should have been mushroom hunting and metal detecting.
Yeah, exactly. This struggle's real. Good morning, nerds. Yo, welcome in, Sugar. How are you doing today?
Oh, Sugar's here.
I know, right? Lock the doors, turn off the lights, close the windows. Nobody's home.
Sugar's another IRL friend that visits my stream quite often. She has branded me the king of the nerds since I run my stream team, and she makes it well known everywhere she goes that this is nerd time.
Nice. Well, welcome in. Good to have you here. Glad that you're here to support your fellow nerd grasshopper _ games. We got Let's Be Frank in the building. How's it going, Frankie? Good morning to you, man. Happy Monday to you and wifey. Hopefully you guys are doing great. We love to have you here as usual. Yeah, man. Awesome time. You've been a great guest so far. I'm already learning things. I like having fellow dads on the show. We get to vibe out dad life and chat about the things that we love and maybe the things that we don't love so much. Speaking of things that we don't love so much, what is a game that you don't like that boils your blood or that you're just not too fond of, or maybe it's just not your cup of tea? Because I know some people, they don't hate the game, but it's just not good for them.
Man, there's a couple that just really rub me raw, but this is going to be a real unpopular answer. But my kid has been a Minecraft kid since birth, I think. And he begs me to play Minecraft with him all the time. And Minecraft turns my brain into jello. I just can't Minecraft. I'll play it with him to appease him, but the whole game just feels so slow paced, and I can give all the props in the world to the creativity aspect of it and the building and this and that, but that game that shuts me down. I play an hour of that and I just don't want to play games anymore. I want to go take a nap. I can't do it. and all this Ender Dragon stuff and Enderman stuff. And just I don't like. I thought we were putting blocks together. What is going on? And then he builds a portal, and I end up in some other upside down world of. I can't do it. That and Daisy. I know I'm into survival crafting zombie games, but Daisy boils my blood. The near permadeath system they have. One, the game is designed to kill you. You are not meant to survive more than the first 10 minutes of the game. And then when you do finally survive and accomplish food, and then you die, and you have no idea where you are on the map, you have no idea where anyone else is on the map, spend an hour and a half trying to find the person you're playing with on the map, and then you both get smoked by a naked guy with a shovel and have to start over. Oh, it drives me nuts.
Yeah, no, I feel that. I feel that. That's one reason why I just knew I couldn't get into that game, was because of that fact that it was like just so slow paced. Like every time I watch someone, I mean, and given the scum watching you guys play, sometimes it's like that, but you're doing other things. There's other mechanics going on. Like you said, your health and this, and you guys are still able to loot surrounding areas. It looks like there's more items, than in DayZ, because I see people go in DayZ for a while and not find anything, just be running through this field, running through this, and I'm like, bro, what is going on? This is not fun. Like, but they're having fun, so it's cool for them.
If it's their jam, it's their jam. Scum, to me, that's like, I variety stream, but Scum is my bread and butter. That's where I like to be. Scum is like DayZ with the improvements that you would need to enjoy DayZ more efficiently. There's a lot of running in the early game. A lot of we call it the Subaru crew. Just a lot of beating feet and running your Chevrolets everywhere. But there's a little more loot to find, a little more team building with like your squad and stuff, where you guys can get back together a little easier and continue. You get a multiplayer game like that to get into the game with your friends and enjoy it with your friends. When you have a game that's almost designed to keep you from finding the people you're playing with, it sort of diminishes the entire fact that you got into that game and makes you not want to play it. Scum is very much more based around squad up and go survive the world. It's a team building exercise. It's meant to find each other. So it's a little more enjoyable in that aspect.
No, I like that. I think that's. I think a lot of games should. There were some games me and Ryder were looking at, and the game space on Saturday, and we were playing the trailers, and there was a couple of them. I'm like, okay, is there a multiplayer? Is there co-op? Like I had to keep asking them the question, because that's I'm a co-op multiplayer guy.
Absolutely.
If the game doesn't have multiplayer, like the one thing that threw me off was from what was it, Hogwarts. I was like, is there multiplayer? That every Harry Potter game, I'm all about if there's a multiplayer, because I want to battle someone with spells and wands and fight. Like I want loot like an MMORPG with items and everything, but wizards and Harry Potter universe.
So you need like Elder Scrolls Online meets the Harry Potter universe.
Exactly. That's what I want. And I want to be able to just like one-shot people with some wicked spell, because I have all the best loot in the game, and I will grind it, like that's what they get.
Yeah, every game I ever look at is immediately judged. The first thing I look for is it multiplayer or solo only? If it's solo only, it goes to the back of the list. I grew up with a brother that's only 22 months younger than me, so we were real close in age. So everything we had to do had to be two-player. So I'm used to that multiplayer world. I just prefer to play with people than by myself. Not knocking anybody that enjoys, end game type games that are just a solo player run through. It's just...
Yeah. No, I mean, I like that too. I think, a good single player game is needed at times, especially if you're a person who doesn't socialize a lot, right? You don't want to meet new people.
Absolutely.
You're kind of, I mean, social or single player games are what kind of probably originated right out of the gate. So I think those are great too. But I kind of, now that I'm older, and want to kind of settle down, and I kind of want to chat with people. I want to socialize. It's the whole reason also getting into streaming was to socialize. So go figure, the games that I enjoy have a socializing aspect.
Sure.
But I think I like a game too where if I'm not in the socializing mood, I can play it singly and still be just as enjoyable as if I were to play multiplayer. And those are hard to come by as well.
Yeah, that's why they make a Discord mute button.
Yeah,
Go into your own little world.
exactly. Yeah. Yo, Hybrid, welcome in. Good rising to you, sir. Happy Monday. Hopefully things are going well. And yeah, Dark History, Minecraft is rough. I'm the same way. I can't get into Minecraft. I tried, and I don't know what the hell's going on either. And the kids are always so better at it than me, so I don't even dare dabble in their world. You mentioned we have Amazon Artemis with the Redeem. You mentioned wrestling as a hobby, watching it, or do you wrestle? She mentioned, so she did miss you earlier when we went over that.
Artemis, I am a licensed professional wrestler on what they consider the independent circuit. So in the wrestling business, you have your obvious national organizations, your big clubs, TV clubs. Underneath that is what the old territories are now, which is the independent circuit, and it's alive and thriving. And that is where I work. I work for currently three different promotions out of Southern Illinois. So I drive quite a ways to go over into my wrestling market. But yeah, licensed professional wrestler and one badass ass kicker.
I love it. Yo, happy Canada Day to all my fellow Canadians. We don't do that here, Hybrid. We're Americans. America. No, I'm just kidding.
Eat your poutine and sit down.
Yeah, eat your poutine. That's hilarious because I'm always giving Zahabi a hard time.
I know Zahabi.
Yeah, so we're giving him a hard time because that's what he loves, the gravy and the cheese curds, and he's like, you don't know what that is. And then what's the place he goes and gets coffee all the time? That's very big up there. God, I forget the name of it.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah. I think the independent circuit is pretty popular in Ohio. That's awesome. Yeah, no, I'm sure it is in Ohio.
Yep. It absolutely is.
That's amazing. What's your ring name? I'll let you say your ring name.
I am known as the Preacher.
I love it. It reminds me of like a character in the game that Artemis plays, which is Dead by Daylight. Can you imagine the Preacher, some killer that runs around, that chokes people with their necklace of
the Rosary of Death.
Yeah, Rosary of Death. Yeah, Far Cry 5 vibes too. Yeah, is that yeah?
Oh, Far Cry's a good series. I've never not enjoyed a Far Cry game.
Yeah, I wish I played more Far Cries. I never really got into the series, but every time I watched a friend playing it, it was really good. Like it looked really good. Like so, I think I just never had, I guess, the drive to go out and get one, even on the platforms that I could have probably got one on. But yeah, no, we are big foodies here. I know I usually try to wait until about an hour after the show starts, so not everybody's so hungry right away, but here we go. If you were on death row, it was your final meal, you could only have an entree or one meal left, what would that be? And what would be like a dessert, or are you a dessert type of guy?
Oh, not really a dessert type of guy, but in this instance, steak fajitas with a side of shredded cheese and a side of queso, lots of chips and salsa, and the dessert would be the sweet corn cake.
Ooh, sweet corn cake. That's pretty interesting. Yeah, that's a good choice.
Big Mexican food fan.
Yeah, it's hard to knock Mexican food, man. I mean, how do you knock Mexican food? That's
It's the closest thing to perfection I've ever encountered.
yeah. I think that's the only. I think that's the only reason we haven't created a wall down there is because they don't want to get rid of the Mexican food too.
We built a wall. We just left a walk-through window there.
Yeah,
Just pass the food through.
yeah, yeah. So when it comes to streaming, what type of equipment, what setup are you kind of using at the moment?
So I built my PC, and I didn't really know how to build a PC, so I just did it. But running a pretty basic setup, 3060 graphics card, all that fun stuff. I got like the webcam, I run a C922 Logitech Pro Stream webcam, a Yeti X Pro Streamer mic, and then after that, it's just way more monitors than I need because I like feeling like I'm in a command center. This is my little back cave. But everything else is pretty much Razer gear. I love Razer gear. I know it's mid-grade stuff, but Razer keyboard, Razer mouse, Razer game chair, Razer headphones. I just love Razer stuff. My colors are always black and green, and Razer's color marketing scheme is black and green. So bring it all to me. I'll take all of it.
Nice, a man of fine choice. I'm rocking the Razer headset, keyboard, and mouse right now too. So Razer gang, let's go.
Yep.
I mean, and it
I
is
love
like
Razer
you said, it's mid grade, but I like it for mid grade. It's top grade, I feel so.
Sure.
And
It's
and
at
I
least at the
burn,
top of that mid-grade scale.
yeah, and I burn it out, man. Like I burn like I my last Razer keyboard, there was like you couldn't even tell what the WASD keys were. Like the actual keys were like rubbed off, so it was just blank keys on them, and then. The mouses, all my mice left click goes out over time because I was a Diablo player. So click, 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 left click.
Yeah.
So yeah, Razer
Yeah,
gang, let's go.
I'm lucky mine's all the light up stuff, so I can't wear the keys out until I burn the light out under the key.
Yeah, no, for sure. That's crazy. Yeah, no. So with let me see here. We had another question I wanted to ask because yeah, some people when we ask the tech setup, what type of tech you're running. Some use laptops, some use gaming consoles, and that brings me back to like when we were talking earlier about oversaturation of streamers. Like from the days at which you first originally streamed. You were probably, a drop in the bucket of, not many people. Now it's just the influx of everybody being able to stream because they have an Xbox or a PlayStation and can just instantly connect. Makes it a lot more harder for discoverability on top of that too. When you have all these people playing, and especially if it's games like Fortnite or that's one thing that I've dabbled up and down with Fortnite is discoverability. Some people will be like, well, Jokerdad, there's all these Fortnite players, you're on like page 39 or 58 or whatever, 137. It's like how is someone going to find you? And that is hard. It's tough, and but yet every so often, I'll have someone stop in who is scrolling through Fortnite, and I think for as many people that's streaming, there are people out there looking for other people. But it is hard when you have like all these top big streamers and everybody's congregating to those people only, right? Like, and
Absolutely.
so yeah,
Like currently, you're not going to get many followers on a Minecraft stream because Queso decided to play hardcore Minecraft, and so now everybody, somebody that pulls 65,000 viewers a stream is in a game. You're not going to get discovered in that game until he's done playing it. So it makes it tough. And to your point, like when Twitch first launched, it was a PC platform, and it was kind of for gaming. Now, not only do we have the console community, which I'm not knocking them. I love the growth of the community, but every 12, 13-year-old with a console can get on and run a stream. And then the just chatting kind of movement became part of the Twitch culture, and you've got to fight with that now. You've got thousands and thousands of people watching a girl clip her toenails, and it's hard to find your place in that world.
It's funny you say that because we had a guest on one day, and I have like a member or two gives me they just laugh because I had someone on the spotlight one day and we did the interview, and they're in their basement and they're like start they whip up their toes and just start clipping their nails during it. And my friend was like, man, I about fucking lost it, bro. I was like, hell, man, they were comfortable. They're having a good time, right? Like,
Yeah, it's just sometimes it hurts your ego when you stream to 8 people and you put a 12-hour stream in and you poured your heart and soul into trying to grow, and you jump off stream and there's a chick ignoring chat, painting her thumbnails, and has 2,000 viewers just throwing money at her to get her attention. It's like, maybe I took the wrong turn at the fork in the road. Apparently I should be clipping my toenails on stream.
yeah. Yeah, it's hard. It's definitely tough. It is an ego shot when you see people who aren't putting in no work at all, like not near as enough work, but just zero effort at all. Like, and then their brother or their cousin or dad or somebody set up their stream. They don't know how to operate it. If something breaks, it's, so they're really just a showman or a show person. There's really no, and it is what it is. If it works, and that,
if they're making a living at it, I support your ability to make a living at it. I just wish I could do it.
Yeah, exactly. I wish I could find. Yeah, no, you're 100%. It's and I think everybody has an opportunity. It's really like, I hate to say this, guys, but a lot of it has to do with luck. I will say it: luck of the draw, luck of the moment. For you to take off, every person I've seen take off, they've been consistent, and they've continued on a day-to-day basis doing something to the point where then they were acknowledged or went viral, or something happened within that journey that changed everything in a moment. And that's what you're doing it for that moment. Will it come? Probably not. But that never stopped all these other people from doing it until it happened. So to me, it's almost like hitting the lottery. You're not going to hit the lottery unless you buy the lottery ticket and participate in what's going on. And I suck with luck.
Yeah. I find it's much more realistic to set your goal at just building a comfortable community, not having that viral explosion. That's just a hope, like you said, that you hit the lottery. But I found what works best for me is, if you want to play games on stream and get anywhere with it, find that game that's you. Find that game that has your passion, that one game you can build a community around. People will come in for that game, and then as you build that community, they'll slowly stop watching what you're playing and start watching you. They enjoy you as the content creator. Once you get to that level where people are coming to watch you, not so much the game that you're getting known for, then you can start exploring other games and branching out into other genres, because you have a built-in community that wants to watch you enjoy yourself, not coming to watch. They're not fans of Scum. They're fans of Grasshopper. So they'll go where I go. So I found in the beginning, it's very difficult to start if you go, I'm a variety streamer and I'm going to play this game and this game and this game and this game and this game. The community of those games comes in for a little bit, leaves. They don't know anything about you. You got to get that community that's built around you, and that starts snowballing. And then you can start taking it to new corners of the room and continue to snowball it from there.
Yeah, no, I think that's good advice. I think that's definitely worked for tons of people when it comes to discoverability. Sticking to the one game until you slowly build up a good audience and community who, like you said, will slowly enjoy you for you. And there's a lot of people I watch who maybe I'm not too fond of the game they're playing, but I enjoy them as entertainers and stick around to see what maybe they may do in that game. And then I've had fun with their actions, not necessarily the game.
Sure.
So yeah, no, 100%. And I think it's tough too, because like you said, there are people who hop on, they just start streaming and they play whatever games, this game, that game. And I've said the same thing. You're pulling in an audience who are solely there for the game, because that's how they found you, through discoverability of that game. And then when you play that game, they're talking to you, they're backseating, they're having a good time. Then the next day you're playing a different game that they don't like, that they don't know anything about. And then they're like, well, wait a minute, this isn't what you were playing yesterday. This isn't the game I like. what's their incentive of coming back? It's really tough when you're jumping from one game to another. So, but that is a problem too. I was in that same stage where we played a lot of Fortnite. We did a ton of Fortnite. We built this community up on Fortnite. We always had people stopping in to play Fortnite with me. And then when we transitioned back into the talk show, I had people for days coming in. Hey, this isn't Fortnite. This ain't Fortnite. Why? When are we going to play again? Oh, I don't know. Whenever I get back on Fortnite, and they're like, well, then they just stop showing up. Like they don't come into the stream anymore. They don't ask to play Fortnite because we're not playing Fortnite right now. So it's
tough.
Yeah, it's again double-edged sword, like you have to weigh the cons and the doubt. Some people like this format better than my Fortnite format, right? And that's fine. That's sometimes I'm that type of person where I like the talk show better as a host. I enjoy the just chatting aspect than playing Fortnite sometimes, because sometimes I get on Fortnite, I get fucking shit on. I get shit on hard, and then I'm like, I fucking hate this game. Like, especially when I'm playing with teams, because teams,
toxic teams.
Yeah, but I mean, public teams is tough because nobody wants to use a mic. Then they die and they instantly leave the game, so you don't even get a chance to reboot them. But my problem is even regular teams with friends. I'll be playing and we'll be just a couple feet away. We're not hand holding or anything. They're looking for loot. I'm looking for loot. And then all of a sudden the other squad, the whole squad of 4 people just roll up on me all holding hands and they just plow through me.
Smoke you.
Yeah. And I'm like, I couldn't even defend myself. And usually I can knock one of them. I'll knock one, he'll be knocked down, and then I'll just get steamrolled by the other 3. And then I watch the other 3 people res the one guy. And now my party shows up to help me. And then they get steamrolled because now it's 4v3 now. And that shit just happened to them. So it's tough, man. And especially to deal with it on stream. But we try to have fun with it. We try to have a good time.
Sure. Hey, sometimes your failures are the best content.
Oh, most definitely. I got so many clips of me falling off cliffs, just are out of windows, jumping out of windows in Fortnite to my death, just being fucking dumb. I don't know why I think about it. I'm like, oh, I'm going to jump out of this window to get outside quicker. Oh, wait, I'm on the 3rd floor. Dumbass. Why did I do that? So, yeah, it's some of the best clips, like you said, are your failure. Yo, welcome in. He Knows Gaming. How you doing, buddy? Happy Monday. I love the flowers and your face emote. It's great. We got Zahabi Twitch in the building as well, coming in with the Joker. How you doing, Zahabi? Good morning, my man. Hopefully your mouth's feeling better. Yeah, no pun intended there, chat. He had teeth surgery, so I did not do anything to his mouth.
It was a balloon animal, I promise.
Yeah, balloon. Yeah, exactly. He was my man in charge of the balloon animals, and he. But yeah, good morning, Royal. How are you doing? Happy Monday morning to you, Royal. We have a wonderful guest today, Grasshopper_Games. If you guys haven't got a chance to check him out, highly recommend it. A very big scum player over there, getting some kills, hanging out with the squad, looting some items, having a good time. If you guys would like, go over, check him out. I'm actually going to pull up your page here. I got it in the center. All right, let's see. All right, so it says, hello and welcome to the Swarm. I am Grasshopper, Insect Asylum, Fearless Leader. My dream is to build a community of fun, supportive, and entertaining content creators and friends. I play a variety of games. However, Scum is my home. We've got your YouTube, your TikTok. We also have, I love the little stickers that you can throw at people for biddies. That's fun. Then we've got your featured viewers. So if you want to be featured on his about section, you can do so for 500 biddies. Also, hop over to the Discord and join in on the Swarm. We've got his Discord link here. Want to chat with us during a stream? Send us an embarrassing clip from our stream. Send us fan art or just say hello. Join the Discord and become part of the Swarm. We also have the donations panel. So again, donations is no way necessary part of your experience. There is no obligation or expectation. However, if you are feeling generous or just have a couple bucks laying around, we're always very appreciative. All donations go towards keeping the stream running. Servers, games, computer upgrades, audio upgrades, and anything else that will improve the viewer's experience. Yeah, 100%. I tell people the same thing here. I've never used streaming money for pizza or anything. It all goes back into the stream. Like you said, these damn razor stuff is not cheap, and we do fortune cookies here. So like every month or so, I'm renewing the fortune cookie purchase off of Amazon, so we can keep the fun coming with the fortunes and the setups that way.
Yeah, we do it the same way. We run a scum server, and that's not cheap. So a lot of it goes into keeping the scum server up and running, and anything that's left over, we buy Steam keys and do giveaways. We give it back to the community. So anything, we don't pay bills, we don't pay car payments or put gas in the truck. Like, it pays for upkeep of the stream. Anything that's left over buys gifts that then get given away in giveaways back to the community. So it comes back to them. We're actually currently giving away a copy of Fallout New Vegas. I've got a follow goal to hit, and once I hit it, we're going to give a Steam key out, hopefully here in about the next week or so.
Nice. I love giveaways. We'll probably be starting to do some more giveaways as well. Been kind of holding off because I know sometimes, especially when it comes to V-Buck giveaways, like all the swarm of kids come out of nowhere when I say V-Buck giveaways. It's like I get flocked by unknown people, and I'm the type of person who, like, I want the giveaways to go to people who are actively part of the community, and it's hard to distinguish the two when I host events, and then the people who win are sweaty kids who are just there for the V-Bucks, and I'm like, well, all these other people are great. So how do I give show benefits to them? So it's tough.
Sure. Yeah, it's tough. I try to limit my giveaways to followers, just that way I know at least there's somebody that's in my little community, but they could always follow, win, and then drop the follow and bounce. So it's hard to discern between the two.
Exactly. And then I don't want to do just subs only, because then it's like, then you're limiting people who can't financially sub to the stream.
It's a pay to play situation.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's tough. But we got your schedule here, which is good to know, because I was going to ask you eventually about your schedule. Is this up to date here? This one, Mondays noon to whenever CST, Tuesdays 7:30 to 10 CST. Same thing Wednesdays and Thursdays, and then we got your Sundays 4 to 10ish.
Yep.
Awesome. Yeah, those are good times. Definitely big contending times. I know, I know at nighttime, man, it's rough on certain days of the week. I know, good that you don't stream on Friday nights, because I know Friday nights are really tough sometimes, because, I've got a few friends who stream Friday nights, and for the ones who are streaming Friday nights, there's a ton of people who are out enjoying the weekend, right? It's Friday night. So like, viewers are very slim pickings, I feel, on Friday nights.
Low. I do stream some Friday nights. It's just not a scheduled night. So sometimes there's a bonus stream on a Friday night. But yeah, like you said, you're competing with dinner and a movie. So it's tough.
Yeah, exactly. No, I agree there. And same here. Like, I might stream on a Friday night if I got nothing better else to do and I'm feeling antsy and I just want to chat or hang out a little bit more. But we usually have a spotlight on a Friday and are vibing, or we got some Fortnite going. But we got your contact information as well. Want to say hi, send me a bomb-ass meme or fan art, anything at all, drop it here. So awesome. So we're going to scroll up here. I'm going to see if I can find a couple clips or two to watch. Let's see.
I think most of them are going to be me crashing airplanes here lately. It's been rough.
Nice. All right, let's see here. If there's any specific ones that you think are great to watch, we can definitely. I love this one here. We got to see this one. This one says, "Don't clip this." So.
Oh, that's fans clipping stuff that I say a little off topic sometimes.
Everything after that is a deviation from original design. was smoking that pole, but hey, no, don't clip that.
I thought I was smoking that bowl.
Do not clip that.
They love to catch me out of pocket when I say things without
The
thinking.
word power didn't come out.
Yeah, that's hilarious. All right, let's see this one here.
Yeah, the crowd was hot last night. Like, I'm not used to being a baby, and they were getting hot when they were choking me.
They were getting hot when they were choking me.
We were talking about a wrestling match, and they clipped that shit too.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, swing and a miss.
Bro, you're whiffing it.
Nice, some Sons of the Forest here, looks like.
I can't put it away.
Dude,
Oh,
the
this
ball
was just
won't
us
swing.
screwing off.
Okay, I'm actually about to get mad, bro. The ball won't go.
Let me try. Is it because I
Oh,
hit
it's
it?
golf. Nice.
You just kicked it.
Is it because I hit it that it won't?
Yeah, we were bored in a like one of the end game bunkers and found golf clubs and golf balls, and we were just trying to play putt putt. Just Sons of the Forest shenaniganry.
Yeah, see, I bought that game and I still have it. I just haven't played it, but a couple times when it first came out. So even before, like there was a lot of bugs, there was not a lot of content originally, and I hear they've
Yeah.
made a couple updates since then.
Oh yeah, it's improved significantly. If you ever played the original Forest and enjoyed it, it's everything the original Forest was, just with more stuff now. So it is very much, at its current state, it's very much worth the time if that's what you're into.
Yeah, I might have to get back into it and try to get some people to run it, and because I still have a lot to learn. I just got to find some people who play it, on a decent basis, so I can get handheld through it a little bit.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, but it's definitely a, I would say, squad style game. You don't want to play it completely by yourself. It'll be miserable. Play it with people. It's a lot of fun.
Awesome. Yo, welcome in, Scapular. Make them have to have watch time of 2 hours to join. What's that for? I'm confused. Did I miss something?
Oh, he's talking about the giveaways of like the V-Bucks
Oh,
kids.
yeah. No, that's a good little stipulation there, Scap. You know. But then usually that's the problem is like when it comes to like say Fortnite events, right? I'm doing a custom games, and whoever plays or wins gets this. I know some people they'll make chat have to say something or put a command in. So like if you're playing, tell me in chat and I'll get you in and whatever. But I know if you tell people, there's certain stipulations that they have to do, they usually will just leave, and then you're like, oh, there's one less person to play. Yo, Legally Lifted, welcome in, my man. Good to have you. But I think 2 hours to join is pretty reasonable. But yo, thanks for the lurk, Royal. I appreciate you being here. Let's see here. Making sure I'm not missing anybody. That game does look fun. I've never heard of it. Yeah, Sons of the Forest is pretty fun. It's just survival craft with zombies, kind of creatures or different different type of entities.
Yeah. And it does have an end game, and it's got a really good story to it.
Yeah, I've seen people get to the end of the game. I struggled. Like I said, I played it a couple times, and I think I only got like through a little bit of it. You find this and you find that, and then you got to go all the way over here on the other side and do this, and But now I hear there's like more building aspect to it. There's a little bit more story to it. So like they've added a lot of stuff since the beginning. Let's see here. Here, we'll see another truck one here.
Oh no, poor Sev.
Oh, she ran right in front of me.
Oh my goodness.
What?
I tried to turn around and see where you were at, so I didn't run in front of you.
You ran right in front of me. Oh,
She brought that on
God.
herself.
Yeah, I see that.
Oh, she ran.
We were actually talking about that clip last night, and I backed my truck up, and she decided to try to get out of the way to not get run over, and she ran right behind my truck and got ran over again.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's crazy that like what is it? Almost friendly fire they would call it. Like but I guess it's expected in this type of game.
Yeah, friendly fire's just part of it. You got to
Yeah.
be conscious of where your team is and what's going on. We've shot and killed each other accidentally so many times, or stuck an arrow in somebody's butt running around. You got to try to be cognizant of where everyone is in panic moments. The game has a new hoarding system. So it used to just be zombies came as zombies came, but now if you make too much noise, they will let out a scream that summons many, many more zombies in a horde. And those moments get very hectic.
Oh wow, that sounds cool. I like it. That's like my style there. Let's see here.
Wait, I think I did it.
Did?
Yeah, you gotta chop it with an axe after that and see it pokes through the wall.
Oh,
It works real good.
oh,
That worked exactly as designed.
ow. Yeah, that does work very well.
Yeah,
Very, very painful.
that's how we discovered they work like they're supposed to. He stumbled into it. Yeah, if anybody hasn't played Sons of the Forest, because you heard some bad press about it in the early days, erase those thoughts and go give that game a try. It is so much fun. In fact, we're hoping to get back into it here in the near future while we're waiting on a Scum update. We would love to get back into Sons of the Forest.
Yeah, awesome. No, yeah, send me some info next time you guys get into it. I'll be more than happy to hop on and give it a go.
It's a crazy game, but there's a lot of fun to be had, even just messing around. The whole premise is there's cannibal tribes all over this island that you crashed on, and you're just trying to survive. And the AI in this game is brilliant. The AI, when it attacks you, they will send scouts out that actually just watch you and kind of fuss with you and try to lure you out of your base, and then you'll get flanked by other members of the tribe. Like, the AI system actually has like a baiting tactic in a way that it avoids you and tries to pull you into certain situations so they can take you out. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, that's the one thing I noticed and liked about it too, is you could tell, because there'll be just one guy, and then like you said, he'll back up when you try to start going at him, and then next thing you know, you got two people from the right and left coming at you, and you're like, what's going on? And then yeah, so it's great. Yo, thank you for the biddies, Bella. Money, 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 dollar, 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 ching, ching, bling, bling. Yo, thank you again, Bella, for the wonderful biddies of the day. First biddier of the day. I don't know if I said that right. But no, Bella, tell us when's your first stream today? Let me know what time you're streaming, so everybody here in chat who might still be with us can stop in. If you guys haven't got a chance, drop Bella a follow. 6 p.m. EST. Awesome. Hope to be there. I'll definitely try my best, even if I'm out in the town doing errands. I'll pull you up and chat with you on the phone while I get those errands done. I'll be there. Let's go. Awesome. Yeah, Bella took a big hiatus of several months away from streaming. Now got a little mini PC, got that set up to some monitors, and is ready to give it another go. So we love to see that here. And if you guys haven't got a chance, maybe you're new stomping in as well, drop Grasshopper _ games a follow here. Great guests on today's episode of Jokerdad Spotlight, 141, which I can't believe it. We're going to be pushing up to the 150 area. Welcome in, Hurst. Again, thanks for being here, my man, hanging out, giving shout outs to Bella and Mr. Vinjak if you can. Yo, hello, Mr. Vinjak. How you doing, my man? how was the weekend with the family? How was the fireworks and the event? Hopefully that went good. Can't wait till Grasshopper streams next. When's your next stream, Grasshopper? Is that tonight or this afternoon or?
I will be on. So I do have to take my son to a doctor's appointment, and once I get home, so about 3 o'clock Central Standard Time, States time, I will be on and be running probably till midnight, 1 o'clock tonight, tomorrow morning. So
Oh
yeah,
wow, good, nice
if you,
long haul.
yeah, we try to run our streams, our average streams. We try to run them 4, 5, 6 hours. We occasionally dip into that 12, 13, 14 hour mark. It's just that kind of game that eats time away before you realize it.
Oh, I know.
So,
Yeah, no, you're having. That's how you know you're having a good time, right? When you look up and you're like, "Holy shit, I haven't even got
Yeah.
up," and then you stand and you're like, "Oh my god, my bladder! I gotta go pee."
Yeah, it's one of those games you log in and you go, "Oh, I'm gonna do some inventory management real quick before I start playing," and all of a sudden it's midnight and you're like, "What in the hell happened?" So
Yeah,
it's a lot of fun. But yeah, if you follow me, just turn your notifications on. I'm on almost every day, and I will be on tonight. I have more fun talking to chat than anything. So come by, redeem channel points. I got jump scares. I got all kinds of stuff to interact with. Just come by and say hello. And I'm 5 followers away from starting that giveaway. So if anybody's interested in winning Fallout New Vegas, come check me out.
nice. Love some Fallout games, especially with that new TV series on Amazon now. It's just
Absolutely. Yep.
they did an amazing job with that. What a way! What a way to salvage Amazon's platform. It's like they needed some more stuff. Like some people
They
talk
did.
about The Boys. The Boys is good. Some like to talk about the Ring of Power. I guess it's called Lord of the Rings series, and
Mhm.
so there's a couple good series on there, but it's definitely slim pickings when it comes to comparison of other platforms. I feel when it comes to original content.
And I'm definitely an old school Fallout fanboy. Like I've loved Fallout forever. It's probably in series one of my favorite. I love the storyline, the lore, the origin, the concept, the just everything. The 50s retro America mixed with like the futuristic sci-fi nuclear war. I just love it. And when the series came out, I think they did it a tremendous justice. I think they did very well with the series.
Yeah, I think so too. It wasn't. I think it was pretty evenly balanced when it came to like character development, when it came to like action and being intrigued by it, and like the drive. Like there was like a couple episodes where like I thought were slower episodes, but were some of my favorite episodes. So it's kind of really crazy how they really evened it out through all the whole show. I was very pleased. I think there wouldn't have been much that I would have changed, and I'm very big critic when it comes to stuff like that. I always find something that I don't like, but there wasn't a whole lot there for me that I didn't like. So I wish they would have David. I think his name's David Rappaport, the guy that died in the
Yep.
mech or whatever. I like him as a character or an actor. I wish there was more of him involved, for at least another couple episodes before it, went the direction it went. But
Yeah, well, I think they had the opportunity. This is a light criticism, but I think they had the opportunity to make you hate him a little more to appreciate his demise a little more.
yeah,
So quick. It was like, oh, that's Michael Rappaport, and he's dead. So they could have drawn that out and really done something with it. But that is a critique I would give only if I was held at gunpoint and asked to find a critique.
yeah, exactly, yeah. That same there, and I missed opportunity. I look at it as right, like they could have really brought out the dramatic aspect of it, and like you said, given more time to hate him even more. But it was still good. Like the scene, I thought the scene was still really good for that moment. It was pretty good, and both actors, it was great. But yeah, no. So get back onto the swing of things here. When it comes to streaming, how do you prepare for your streams? Do you have any rituals, routines that you go through?
Tremendous amounts of coffee and Monster Energy drink. That is, I think when you become a streamer, they send you a pamphlet that tells you what energy drinks to drink. Um, because at the end of the day, like all kidding aside, anybody that streams, we all have IRL jobs, we all have IRL families, and streaming usually happens at the end of all of that. And you're exhausted. You worked all day, you've been out in the heat, you this, that, and the other, and you don't want to get on stream and sound like Eeyore. So you want to be a little peppy. So I try to caffeinate real good. I'm usually a pretty chatty, pretty high energy person, even in my older age. My team gives me shit all the time about how much I talk. So, but that's my biggest ritual. I take a moment, I put my going live screen up, I get me a nice cup of coffee, and I kind of get in the headspace of now it's time to not so much put on an act, but put it in that gear of my more public persona. When I'm not streaming, I'm a fairly quiet guy. I do tattoos for a living, so it's a lot of headphones and looking down and concentrating and a lot of internal monologue. So I just flip that switch to here's a little caffeine, a little energy drink, and let's flip the speaker around the other way so the internal monologue is now an external monologue. And hit that go live button and just let it all happen organically.
Yeah, no, we actually spoke about your tattoos and stuff on your stream when I mentioned, I couldn't draw, and you were like, "Yeah, I can't draw either, but I can tattoo like a madman or whatever." And I was like, "Yeah, that's it's a whole different canvas, like it's a different
Yes.
feel."
Well, and even as it pertains to drawing, and anytime this subject comes up, I kind of go off on a little tangent because I'm a big advocate for this. I got into tattooing late in life. I wanted to be a tattoo artist my entire life, but everyone I ever talked to said, "No, you can't draw. You can't. You don't have a natural ability to draw. You'll never tattoo. Move on. Do something else." And it shut me down. And at 38 years old, God, even that was a long time ago. 38 years old, someone gave me a chance and said, drawing is a learned skill, just like tattooing is a learned skill, just like juggling is a learned skill, just like working on cars is a learned skill, and gave me a chance. And here we are now, almost 7 years later. I do it for a living because somebody broke the mindset I had of being told for my entire life that if you can't do this, you can't do that. So now when I hear other people go, "Oh yeah, that'd be a lot of fun, but I can't draw," I'm a huge advocate for so neither can I and neither could I, and I do this for a living now, and I make a good living at it. So if it's something you want to do, let's talk. Let's get you in the right headspace about it. Everything is a learned skill. We all are born with different natural abilities. So drawing is a race that people are born at a different starting line on that track. But that doesn't mean you can't run the race. Everybody can run the race. So don't ever count yourself out just because you don't think you're artistically inclined or you don't think you can draw. Maybe not right now, but a little time and effort and you can.
No, that's awesome. No, I agree 100%. I've learned a lot of things that I never thought I could learn, that I thought like you said, thought I was way behind on the race. And we do it, we don't push it to the max level, or we haven't, kind of made it financial gain, but there's different little aspects in life that we find that we never thought we'd get to. So just keep up with it. And I think that's the same thing that goes with streaming, right? People say, well, I'm not a very big people person. I'm not a very good entertainer, I think that's a learned skill. I think you can, slow and steady learn to talk to your chat, communicate with friends, family, start to try to be more open. I think my biggest thing is eye contact and like person, in real life. I'm not a big eye contact person, but if you don't show assertiveness, it's hard to expect other people. And if you don't make eye contact, because my thing is I don't make eye contact because I'm thinking, I'm in deep thought, and I'm trying to figure out my next steps. What's the next thing I'm going to say? I don't want to say something wrong to offend someone. I also don't want to say nothing wrong that may be misinterpreted in a different way. So it's all, like you said, a learning process, and something that can come over time. Yo, Mr. Vinjak, see, I can't have caffeine, so I have to do all this on just Mr. Vinjok energy. LOL, I do, but I used to be a Red Bull drinker. Yeah. No, I mean, health issues, things like that. You have to kind of certainly be aware of and not put yourself in that risk. But it's tough, man. I feel the same way. I don't know how I do some of the stuff. I just drink a protein shake that has caffeine in it. So hopefully that gives me that little oomph to get through the at least half of the day. And then who knows, I might have to pull an energy drink out of go to the store and scoop one of those up just to get me through the rest of the day. Once you get old and fragile like myself, you gotta, yeah. Hello there, Joker. Yo, Lady Nix, welcome in. Yo, welcome in, old man. How you doing? Mr. Vinjok with his space dances and Bella with the jump. Let's go. Yeah, guys, if you want, hit that jump target. If not, I know soon we will be adding some extra things to the jump. So, right now we have it at the end of the week, which I'm not sure. Actually, I have to look back and see who won last week. But at the end of every week, we crown a new jump champion, and we make a custom emote for that person. So they have a little special emote on their stream if they'd like, for the people who hit the closest to the target by the end of the week. I think Mr. Vinjok's about to put himself on the leaderboard for today. He is. All right, let's see what you got there, Mr. Vinjok. 8718. Let me get this man wrote down here. And with the date, I think we have a. Hold on, you're gonna disappear for a minute here, but I'll get you right back. I have so many text documents. Woo! Let's go. Oh, there we go. Okay, I found it. All right, we got that down, sir. Let's see here. Okay. And you're back. All right. So how was everyone's weekend? Weekend was great, Mr. Vinjok. Wasn't too bad at all. We had some plans. The plans kind of fell short, but we still managed to make a good weekend out of it. Got 3 dubs in a row last night playing Fortnite with Joker Mom. So we played three games in a row. We got all 3 dubs. I clinched it. Victory in all last 3 games. Schooling kids, and then we stopped on the turkey and called it a night. And I was like, because nobody wants to end a winning streak with a loss, so we tuck-tailed and ran on the 3rd win there. But and then we worked Saturday.
Never played Fortnite.
Never played Fortnite. You're missing out. It's fun.
I'm an old school PUBG guy, and to me, I was like, well, Fortnite's just kind of PUBG cartoon version, so I just never made the trek over.
Yeah, definitely highly recommend giving it a shot. If you're a PUBG guy, they have the 0 builds now. A lot of people aren't builders in Fortnite, and I don't blame them. I can build, but I can't edit, and I'm a little bit slower than the rest of the pack of the fast speed builders, so I just get outplayed 9 times out of 10. So my strategy is when I'm playing against builders is to rush them dramatically, just push to the point where I get on top of them while they're building and try to catch them slipping, and that's the only way I can combat them. Or I just run, and that's the two fight or flight, and it doesn't work a lot of times. But we have a heart, we have the die spirit.
Real quick, I just want to say to your chat, guys, I appreciate the love, man. I keep seeing follows coming over like crazy. I usually on stream, I thank you guys in real time, but I just wanted to take a minute. I never let a follow go unthanked. I appreciate you guys so much. I know follows are free, but I never really ask for follows. I don't solicit follows, so thank you guys. Thank you.
Well, you're such a kind guy because I solicitate follows. So if anybody here is not following Jokerdad 007, please do so. But also, if you're not doing so, go over, follow Grasshopper. Really great guy. As you can tell, wonderful guests we've had on the show today. And very, very kind to you guys for following him. That's awesome. Yeah, I try to do the same. You know, we don't ask for follows. You know, we usually do the same. You know, once in a while I may be like, oh, if you're new to the stream, you know, drop a follow if you like what you see. If you don't, you know, no hard feelings. Because again, not everybody's shoot. We have people who still stop in for years. They don't stop in often, but they're absolutely frightened by clowns. So to have them.
Agoraphobia.
Yeah, to have them come into the stream and just even spend a couple minutes looking down at their keyboard, hitting keys, you know, just shows me their appreciation to where, you know, they conquer their fear with coming into the stream. So you better follow that Jokerdad. Yeah, Mr. Finchak, you better do it or else I'll be in your dreams. No.
You'll have clowns at the feet of your bed juggling.
Yeah. With the good old sound of the crazy clown music like this right here. Let's go.
I think I'm more scared of the creepy clown music than clowns themselves. There's
Yeah.
something unnerving about creepy circus music.
I agree. It is a little uneasy there. I like the vibe. I come back to the stream. Yo, exactly, Lady Nix. And appreciate you being here. I'm sorry I didn't get a moment. I may have said good morning, but I may have bypassed and not seen you there for a moment. So I apologize about that. We'd love to have you here. Hopefully you had a good weekend as well, having a good Monday morning. We got the great guest Grasshopper _ games here on our Monday episode of the Jokerdad Spotlight, episode 141. Kind of just been vibing. We watched some clips. We went over the page. We kind of asked a couple questions here and there. Kind of just getting to know another gamer dad like myself. It's always good to see dads out there in this industry, you know, content creating at the age we are, which we don't disclose what age we are, but I think we're pretty close to around the same age, given the time period at which you said you got your first gaming system was around the same time period I got mine. So I assume we're there at that, you know, wonderful 30 years of age time. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah.
Yes, please.
Yeah. So what is your, you know, you mentioned being a tattoo artist. What's your favorite tattoos to do, and at what locations do you like to tattoo? And then what's your least favorite locations to tattoo? And then not like your funnest tattoos that you don't like giving, because like some people be like, I hate butterflies, or I hate tribal tattoos, or is there something that you don't like?
So every artist out there, like, this is an easy question because this is absolutely set in stone for every artist out there. My preferred style, every artist has their own style and what they kind of gravitate to. I'm an old school American traditional tattoo artist. I love doing those. And what I call pseudo realism black and gray. And the reason I say that is there's a black and gray style, and then there's a realism black and gray style. And there's rules for both. I sit somewhere in the middle where I kind of blend those two styles. So I just call it a pseudo realism black and gray because it takes skill sets and rules from both categories. As far as like location on the body, man, upper thigh, side of the calf, back of the calf, those are some of my favorite areas to tattoo. They're just nice, big, open, flat canvases to work. Hate's a strong word. I do not do script work. I don't know if it's a glitch in my brain. My penmanship sucks. So when it comes time to write in skin, I panic and I hate it. I can't do it. And everybody says it's tattooing. A line is a line is a line. I don't know. As soon as that line makes the shape of a letter, I forget how to tattoo. So I hate doing script. Locations on the body that I don't like: neck, throat, butt cheeks. God, if I could never tattoo another butt cheek ever again.
I felt like that was one of the answers. I was like, I feel a butt cheek coming.
It has to do with skin consistency. So your neck and things like that, it's a very stretchy, bendy, pulley, and butt cheeks are the same. It doesn't matter how much junk or how little junk you have in your trunk. It is a soft. There's for tattooing for the needle and the ink to go into the skin properly. You have to pull that skin tight, almost like the skin of a drum, to hit it right. Any less than that, your needle catches, ink blows out under the skin, everything. There is no amount of body weight, strength, or skill set to stretch a butt cheek tight enough to hit it properly with a needle. So it just becomes you sweating and cussing in your brain and hoping that you know how to fix the mistakes you make. I hate them. I hate them. And for a while, we had every day dozens of people coming in wanting to bite me and daddy's girl and every other little Pinterest saying they could find tattooed right on their butt. Oh, dark times.
So there was a big trend going where everybody was getting.
Yeah, some kind of Pinterest TikTok thing happened where it was like people whose parents don't approve of tattoos were getting sassy little sayings on their butt cheek just inside their swimsuit line, and that was like the trend, like the unknown tattoo. And no, I almost retired. It was horrible.
I almost retired. Yeah, you're like I am not part of this.
Can't do it anymore. So yeah, I can tattoo pretty much anything on anywhere, but like with anything, you have your preferred channel. You have your preferred skill set, your preferred style, and your preferred locations.
Yeah. Welcome in. Call me. How you doing today? Thanks for participating. We've got you checking in from the bot squad. Mr. Vin Jacques, I'll be 34 in September. Let's go, man. Still young. Younger than me, so we'll take it. Yo, people love getting religious symbol tattoos, even though they don't know anything about the religion. Yeah. I mean, it's like, yeah, of course.
Yeah. I'll say this on the religious side, and I'll say it carefully because I don't judge on either way. But we get a tremendous amount of older women that want a crucifix. And they always get it on their wrist, but they always want it turned so that it's proper to them. Not realizing that 90% of the time your arm is in the down, relaxed position, and you now have an upside down cross on your wrist 90% of your day.
Yeah, exactly. And if you show it, you're not going to show it like this. You're going to probably be like, look at this and point it. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's just one of those funny little tattoo smirky things we do in the back after you leave. It's like, we tried to warn you.
Yo, Nightfall Gaming with the I'll be 40 on Monday. Yo, early birthday celebration. It's still young, yeah. Makes me cringe when I see people with Hindu symbols on their tattoos, the same people who make fun of the religion for being weird. Yeah, I mean, it's just, I feel like symbols are symbols, and I think people can appreciate the artwork and the symbol itself without the correlation, the tie of the meaning to it. Some would say like there's old symbols that are very similar to the swastika, right? And very similar but different, like it goes the other way, right? And you just flip the symbol and it means something totally different. Or you add a couple notches, it means something different. So it's
actually where it was stolen from. Flipped the opposite mirror image. It is an actual like ancient Hindu peace type sign.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
When the Third Reich was formed, he stole that, flipped it, and called it the Twisted Cross. So a lot of those hate symbols are derived from symbols that are complete opposite. They were stolen.
Yeah, 100%. So and I think like that in itself is a form of art, but it's crazy how all that works. And you wouldn't, and a lot of people wouldn't know that unless they researched it. So that's why I thought right away with seeing the Hindu symbols and mentioning that, it was a good time to kind of throw that in there. The upside down cross is the cross of Peter. Norse pagans get upset as well when you see our God's runes used, and no one. Sorry, I'm kind of like the auto mod got me there for a minute. No one knows what they really are. A symbol that is sacred to many people is tattooed on every bimbo at Coachella. That's funny. Yeah. Yeah. Here, we'll allow the terms bimbo here, I suppose. You know, I almost want to call him Bimbo Baggins instead of Bilbo Baggins. Bimbo Baggins. Sorry, I was talking to a roomie. What did you miss? You missed it all, hybrid. You missed all of it. No, I'm just kidding.
All of
Welcome
it.
in. Yeah.
Rewind it. We'll start from the beginning.
Yeah, exactly. So there was this time where mommies and daddies love each other. No, I'm just kidding. Chic. Wow. Shit. Rewind. Yeah, exactly. Pause. Rewind. But no, we just been sitting here vibing, hanging out with Grasshopper_games today. Episode 141 of the Spotlight. We've kind of got to know what variety of games that not only does he stream, but also that he grew up on. He's a tattoo artist, wrestler, also known as the Preacher. So yeah, guys, if you enjoy the vibes of the show today, definitely check him out. He'll be live this evening. I think you mentioned, what was it, 6 p.m. EST, or what was it?
Probably around like the 3:30, 4
3:34,
o'clock mark,
okay.
Central Standard Time. Yep.
All right. Yeah, I forgot. We're actually same time zone. I forgot we mentioned that and talked. I tried to.
Central Time crew.
Yo, Desiree coming in with the resub for 10 months. I can't believe it. It's even been, it's been over a year, I think, Des, since we've known each other. Wonderful content creator. Des is doing some big things over there on YouTube, but also on Instagram, making some really great content. I love to see it. Almost 2 now. I know. Yeah, no, it's been definitely close to 2. It's just time flies so fast, so quickly. You know, it's like I look back and I feel like I've only been streaming for a year now. Like it feels like a year, but it's been close to 2 years now. Like we're pushing a couple months away from the 2-year mark. I think maybe like August, end of August. I think is when I hit my first affiliate. So here we are pushing our 2-year mark. It's nuts. But yeah,
Some bits in there. Get him a hype train going.
I know, right? Yeah. I didn't say that. No. Here we go. Let's pull up the fortune cookie here, guys. We got Dez's fortune. I love that's my favorite part, guys. Is I love your guys' fortune because we've had some that have been so spot on of people's fortune that it's very scary. Like we had Jetty Boy, where we're like something about. There's a new arrangement of your home in the future. And he was like just in the process of buying a home for him and his family. And it was just crazy to see. A journey must begin with a single step. I love it. And you guys even get some cookie ASMR here. And then we have the shoes. Release the shoes.
Ooh, I'm gonna
there we go. We got the
feet.
corgis.
Oh, I'm gonna just be
here's a corgi butthole for
sucking
you
on
guys.
each one of those
Happy
tootsies.
Monday.
You can't
That's
hide
what you
them
guys
from
get.
me. No,
Corgi
You
butt.
think you can, but you cannot. Oh no, there's no hiding those sweet, succulent tootsies from me. Ooh.
But yeah, so I don't think I may have asked you this, but you know, what inspired you, or what kind of got you into streaming? Like, what made you want to actually, you know, you mentioned being a gamer. What decided to make you, even during the early days of Twitch, to kind of hit the live button and kind of go that direction?
Fear. Be honest, fear made me do it. Like I said before, in my early adult life, I was a very introverted, shy. I was the kid that if you had an oral book report at school, I faked sick and didn't go to school. I couldn't talk in front of people. I couldn't walk up to like an employee in a store and ask for help. I was terrified to talk to people. It was something I had from childhood. I guess nowadays they have it classified as like, you know, social anxiety, but in the 80s, You were just shy. And that kind of carried into my, 18, 19, 20-year-old life. And I just, I was always miserable not being able to comfortably communicate with people and being so introverted and shy. And when I discovered live streaming and Twitch and all of this, I was like, well, I love playing video games. Maybe the safety net of at any moment, if I panic, I can shut it off. Maybe it'll help me start learning how to talk to people and being more comfortable being looked at without being looked at, if that makes sense. There was that screen as my safety net. I might have 10, 12, 15 people looking at me, but I can't see them looking at me, and it's going to help me. So it was kind of an experiment in learning how to open up to the world. And as people started coming in and reacting to me and talking to me and me talking to them in what felt like a safer environment than standing in a room full of people, it started teaching me how to be more extroverted, and I fell in love with it. And that feeling is kind of what led me into wrestling too. That it opened up a place in my soul that wants to entertain people and wants to be the center of attention when I want to be the center of attention, not all the time. So, yeah, kind of a selfish need to get out of my shell. It was my incubator. It hatched me.
No, I think that's kind of some of the same reason I got into this. It's like you hit it right on the head of the nail there when it comes to social anxiety. I've dealt with social anxiety. Same reason same as you in school. I kind of got picked on a lot. Definitely, I grew up in an area that was mostly other cultures and backgrounds. I was like one of only 2 or 3 white kids in my class. So I got a lot of hate due to my skin color. I got a lot of hate due to being overweight. So again, I think that's the whole instinct of not looking someone in the eye, because I was always confronted negatively with the exchanges between people as a kid. So as an adult, I never wanted to even confront people. I never wanted to talk to people. But however, when I did, and I felt comfortable in the situation, I would be just talk, right? Or I'd have fun and we'd have a good time. But the exchanges were very far in between. So getting into streaming as an adult, it was a way, like you said, for people to kind of look in on and me to socialize, but without the direct, anxiety due to people looking in and judging, right? They can judge all they want through the screen, but I'm not having to deal with it, right, directly. So, if do all as you please, right? Jokerdad's an idiot. Jokerdad, well, good, because you're over there and I don't have to work.
Here.
Yeah. So all power to it. So no, I think that's a very very good way to get out and be able to express yourself without having to feel like you're being judged by your peers who are right there. And that's how it is too. Like, that's the one thing I like with Twitch and what I like about the internet is, when we were kids, you had to deal with your friends, even if they were kind of not friends, in public, because that's what you got to work with. You got 2 or 3 kids in the neighborhood. If little Jimmy's an asshole, guess what? You're stuck with little Jimmy because he ain't going nowhere unless his parents move. So you got to work it out. You got to figure out.
You had to see him outside. You had to ride the bus with him. You had to go to school with him, have lunch with him. Like, there was no escaping it.
Yeah, fuck little Jimmy, says Mr. Vidjock. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, you just kind of had to work with it, and you had to let bygones be bygones, right? There's like kind of, as much as I don't like you and as much as you don't like me, we're stuck in this shit together. And sometimes you'd make good friendships out of things like that. And sometimes it would be enemies for life. So
one of my childhood best friends, we beat the hell out of each other in the hallway and then became best friends in detention. It's just, pre-internet era was a weird time.
Yeah, it was definitely. And I mean, and some of that's the good thing about the internet now is you have a wider scope of audience that you can reach. So you're more likely to find people who are interested or see eye to eye on certain opinions or beliefs. And the good thing too is I've learned to grow as an individual, because like I could honestly, at the end of the day, I could care less about what your beliefs are, what you love and what you hate. I still accept people as a person, and I feel like everybody deserves some love, some compassion, some remorse, and just someone there to like lift them up and push them to a new day. Even if my opinions and beliefs don't seem to line up, I can still push that aside as an adult and not let that bother me at all.
Oh yeah.
And I think that's good.
Very much in that school of thought that just because our opinions don't match doesn't make either of us any type of a person. Who you are as a person and what you believe can be two different things. You can be phenomenal friends and family with people that have completely different viewpoints on life. That's their viewpoint to have, and you have yours. As long as you don't make it an issue and fight over it, you can still love the person someone is, regardless of what they believe when they go home.
Yeah, exactly. Mr. Vinjak, I live in the projects, man, and some of my neighbors are assholes, but if you sit there and say something or report them, then you got them fucking with you every chance they get. So sometimes it's best to not say shit. Yeah, exactly. No, I'm with you there 100%. I grew up in those rough neighborhoods. And that's pretty much what I was saying there. That's the whole idea, is you just kind of got to roll with it. It's best to be like not center of attention. Because if you mess with that beehive and you stir the hornet's nest, you're gonna get stung. And I've learned that. So like, I usually, my first train of thought on anything is this the hill I want to die on? Like I always tell myself, like, is this worthy of the hardship that's going to come? Because I'm either all in or I'm out. I'm folding the hand or I'm just going all in. I don't play middle ground too often on things. Like, so it's, there's things going on right now that's been going on within the community, here on Twitch and stuff, some bad apples, some things that's been going on from a few individuals. And, I have to confront that at some point, right? How I confront it's unknown. What I do is unknown. Will it cause some ruckus? Will it, have some problems? Yeah, it's going to have some problems. But as the authority figure here, I have to deal with the bullshit, right? So that's kind of what it boils down to. And because I get DMs, I got people watching, I got people who are looking at other people, and they're like, "Hey, this is going on. What are you gonna do about it?" I'm like, "I don't know. What are you gonna do about it?" Like I'm not always the go-to guy here. I'm just a streamer like the rest of you. So, but it is what it is. Well, you can have some people who can't get along with anyone who has difference of opinion than them, and it's crazy. Yeah. It is what it is. We try our best. So do you have family members, brothers, sisters, cousins, things like that, or?
Yeah. So I mean, we are a pretty big family, but we're spread out all over the place, all over the United States. So I don't see a lot of family. I've got my immediate family, my mother and my father. Still married 45 years.
Wow, that's a
I
big
think,
congrats there.
yeah, I think happily about the first 20 of them.
Yeah.
I've got a younger brother, 22 months younger than me, and I've got an uncountable amount of cousins, but I never see them. They're all over the place, and our family's kind of weird like that. I know a lot of families like cousins are like brothers and sisters, and for whatever reason, ours was never kind of that way. Don't really see uncles, don't really communicate with cousins. We're more of a virus that has spread across the United States and just doing our own thing.
Yeah, no, I feel that. Well, I mean, I had my cousins who were a lot closer when we were younger, obviously, and then as you get older, like you said, everybody spreads apart. Everybody creates their own families and kind of gets in that lifestyle. So, yeah, we don't see each other too often. My family hates each other, said Mr. Vinjak. Yeah, Yeah,
I mean, if
that's
they don't hate
family.
each other, are they really family?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you said the same words I was thinking in my head. That's funny. Yeah, no, that's 100% there. Like if you don't have fights with your sisters and brothers, then are you really sisters and brothers, right? Like, is it really? Are you might need to check because you might not be blood. You might be adopted if you get along too well.
23 and me. Find out if you're related.
Yeah. I've wanted to do those sites, but then I'm like, man, they sell that data like no other. So it's
They
like
do. I'm terrified. I'm not a conspiracy theorist by any means, but I don't. No more than I want my fingerprint on record, do I want my DNA on record.
100%. That stuff is permanent, right? Like there's no changing DNA structure. There's no changing a fingerprint. And I'm the same way. Like the only time I had fingerprint, obviously younger, having an ordeal with the law. But outside of that, I think like when I was younger, my mom signed me up for one of those like protected kid. She was worried
I
I
know
was
exactly what you're talking about.
like my fat ass was gonna get kidnapped or something. Like
That was a mid '80s thing. You could go to a Wendy's and fill out a card with your fingerprints on it, and it was like a protect the kids campaign they did.
yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, so we did that once, but outside of that, no go on anything. I don't do the fingerprint on my phone. I don't do the facial recognition on my phone. We just recently got a season pass for my local water park here, and it's ran through the city here, so it's like a city ran county water park. And when you buy a season pass, they have a fingerprint scanner where you can just input your fingerprint. So you don't even have to go through the line. You just walk up, scan your fingerprint and go on in. I'm like, hell no, I'm not doing that. My wife told me about it. She was like, oh yeah, you just scan your fingerprint. I'm like, hell to the no. I was like, I'll give them my last name. I'll come in, say, hey, this is me, show them my ID if I have to. But I will not give the city which I reside in, a government organization, my fingerprint scan. I was like, who knows if that data? I mean, because they'll say, well, this is off of a server. This is hard lined in, but you compile that data somewhere, and someone has access to that data. And given the fact that it might be more secure, it still doesn't mean that data won't get leached off to some person. And if they have my fingerprint scan with my social number, they can pretty much do almost anything. They're me for till someone finds out, right? And yeah, not cool. But yeah, so some of the fun questions we like to ask here. If you were a superhero, what would your super abilities be?
I don't know if I really ever thought about that. Something like like Wolverine has that ability to heal. Just because at this age I'm tired of everything hurting. I want it to heal. So
Yeah.
it would be nice.
Oh man, Mr. Vinjak, in order to move into where I live, you have to have your picture taken and fingerprints done plus a background check. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah,
I'm gonna clone you, bro.
they're gonna clone you, bro. Yeah, exactly. There's already a Mr. Vinjak 2.0 out there, and you don't even know it yet.
Mr. Vinjak with 2Ks walking around.
Yeah. Make sure I'm not missing anything. You believe in the moon still, I bet, too, huh? Yeah. Yeah.
I'm old. I believe it's still made out of green cheese.
Yeah, exactly. I tell people I'm a big conspiracy theorist. I'm all about it because I don't believe half the stuff they tell us, but it's what it is. But I'm also an open book like type of guy where like I cater to all beliefs, right? And think that, I mean, because anything is possible. Obviously there's only real one fact, but do we really know what the fact of anything is? Because facts really just scientific evidence that correlates to that belief. There's someone's always disproving something, right? Some way or another.
We're only as good as the information we're given, and too many people with deep pockets control the information.
100% facts, chat. That is facts. Like, 100% there. But yeah, so power of regeneration. I love that. So like a Wolverine. Let's see here. So, do you have any biggest fears in life? Things that you are fearful of?
Spiders, absolutely. I don't fear a lot. I've been through enough things in my life. I had a old school upbringing that nowadays you couldn't get away with. So, like, I never feared people because nobody could hit me harder than my dad did. So, what are you gonna bring? Never been a fear of heights, anything like that. I've dealt with enough stuff that I've already checked it all off my list. There's not much out there that can be much worse than something I've already had to encounter. And then I discovered spiders. I don't know what it is about spiders. I don't know if it's a phobia or what, but spiders scare the living bejesus out of me. I don't like the way they move. I've gotten out of a moving vehicle because a spider ran out from under the dashboard. I consider myself a pretty rough and tumble guy in my real life until a spider comes along, and then I'm like a 12-year-old girl. I just run away. I can't do it. I hate them. My ex-wife used to have to kill them for me because I won't get close to them. I hate spiders.
No, I don't blame you. Spiders are no joke. Because like I'm a realist. I examine the threat pretty thoroughly. And spiders are definitely one of them. Given there's some where like if I see them, I'm okay. I'm like, all right, you're way the fuck over there in your web. You stay over there and we're good. But like you said, coming out from underneath the seat of a car, like especially a good size one. Like I've had some like run across my legs or hands and you're just like, or shoulder, like when they're up near the neck and face, bro, like that's when I kind of lose my shit too. I'm like, get off of me. Like, so, I'm not like, hi little fella, where are we going? You tagging along with me? Like
I freak out. When I was like 20 years old, I was in the shower and a giant wolf spider came off of the shower head and fell in the shower with me, and I've never felt more vulnerable in my life. How do you fight a spider when you're naked? I don't even have any protection. I threw a shampoo bottle at it and jumped out of the shower. I hate spiders so much.
Give it a good twirl and smash it.
I couldn't even step on it. I was barefoot.
Yeah, like Zombie said. See, Zombie's on the same page. Hit him with the net. Yeah.
He was bigger than what I was packing. I was outmanned.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's twice the size. Yeah. It's the only thing around for comparison, right? You're like
nothing is more fearful than addressing your fear naked and wet. It's just the worst case scenario.
Yeah, it's the most vulnerable state I've ever been in. Oh man, I remember a time at which we grew up in the country, rednecks a little bit. My cousins and stuff. I grew up in Tennessee, right? So that tells you enough. There was a time at which my mom went to my aunt's, hanging out with my cousins and stuff, and they lived in a questionable housing situation, and I guess in the bathroom. There was some either loose floorboards or a hole in the floor that went out to the foundation and outside. So you had the ability of wildlife to just come freely and roam as it pleased. And one day my mom's sitting there peeing, sitting down on the toilet at my aunt's house, and a big ass snake comes rolling up through the floor in the hole, and all I heard was screaming and my mom rushing out, almost falling over her pants.
That number one turned into a number two real fast.
Yeah, it did. So it was just the good old times, man, where now every time I go, or even shit, I've had the same thing. If you guys go out to like, campgrounds, or you're out at the lake somewhere and they have those public restrooms, raise the seat up, guys. Raise the toilet seat up first. Check underneath that bitch. Make sure there's no big ass spider nets, or because if you don't want a brown recluse to bite your ass cheek and then you have to have skin grafts on your butt because you have rotting flesh on your butt cheek because of the spider left some venom in you. Like, I'm from the South, and those spiders are no joke down there. Brown recluse, black widows, like. Luckily, here in the north, you don't get those because of the climate being too cold sometimes, but they can travel, especially now that it's getting hotter up here. People are traveling, they can bring them in on produce. And yeah, man, I just turned grass on in my game so I don't have to go touch it in the out. Yeah. Yeah, Zahabi dropped you a followed grasshopper. Don't disappoint. Yeah.
I make no promises. The disappointment is on you as a bird.
Yeah, exactly. But no,
Appreciate
awesome.
that. Follow those, hobby.
Spider looks at it and says, "You're beneath me." Yeah, exactly. I see what you're packing. The spider says. I'm in PA and we are starting to see brown recluse up here. Yeah, no, I'm sure. Like, there's people. There's like a certain spider that I know Medio was talking about as like a very poisonous spider, and it was supposed to be hitting the East Coast and things like that. And but a lot of people came in and were like fact checking and was like, well, this spider can't bite anybody, so don't be too worried about it. It's like a
Laughing at hybrids comment.
Yeah, in Canada, spiders are nothing to worry about. It's bears. You got to check for underneath your toilet seat or bed. Yeah, fucking bears. Yeah.
I got attacked by a bear on stream last night. That's good timing.
Oh, nice. So there was a bear in the game. They have bears
Yeah,
and
there's
wildlife.
everything in this game. They sneak up on you. Wolves, pack of wolves, bears, zombies. I got my leg broke by a goat. It's insane.
My leg broke by a goat. Charged you or what?
Yeah, they charge you and ram you when you're not looking.
That's hilarious. Just out of nowhere, you get a leg broke by a goat. I'd be so pissed.
Oh, yeah. That game tries to kill you every creative way it can.
Yeah, I think I might have to dive into that. I know it's like what, like $30 or something like that, I believe, or $40.
I think at the moment they might be running the 50% off special they do periodically, so you might be able to pick it up for like $14-15.
Let me look real quick. You're gonna disappear for a second, maybe. I don't know. Let me see. Nope, you're still up. Okay. It's weird that like I can pull up Steam over the Discord and it'll still show the screen, but if I pull up my web browser over the Discord, it takes it away. It's like I don't get stuff sometimes. Oh yeah, it's only $20 right now. And what's the supporter pack? What does that give you?
So supporter packs were, when it was first launching, it was just a way for them to generate a little voluntary income to help the devs. But you get like different emotes, different dances.
Oh, I see that. It
Just,
says something about blue glowing BCU,
Yep.
weapons, charm, and camo pattern, mystery
That's some of the
prison
new
pocket
gear.
item. What is that?
So in the game, you regulate everything, like I was saying earlier, but you also regulate your natural body processes, when you have to urinate, when you have to go to the bathroom. And if you have the bonus prison pocket mystery item, when you take a poop, you have the a chance to poop out a random item. So you'll take a poop, and then there's an AK-47 magazine there in your poop, or an apple, or some other item of the game. So you just get this random ability to poop out an item.
Oh, that's clutch. I would definitely have to buy that. Just for the $5, it's worth that.
The fun is so the devs are very good guys.
So it's like corn, but random. No,
very random. There is in the game a thing called the Behemoth. It is a large purple dildo, and sometimes you poop that out, and it is the most hilarious thing you'll watch happen.
Oh my god, that's hilarious. We got in-game dev shirt. We've got mini game design document, printable t-shirt templates, hairstyles, and I don't know what this is, but it says 2 inches in length.
So when you create your character, I warn everybody in chat, this game is full detailed nudity, if you so choose.
And Twitch allows that through the game? Like, is that fine? Like,
I usually turn my You can turn on nudity censoring so it pixelates.
Okay, that's what I
But
wondered.
as part of your, and I know a lot of guys that stream it on Twitch at the full Monty, and so far Twitch doesn't have a problem with it. But you get to pick your breast size or your penis size. And one of the DLC packs allowed you to add 2 more inches to the maximum size when you create your character. So now
Oh,
you can go out
so you're
trophy.
stacking, yeah.
Yeah, so now you can go out trophy hunting those real big ones.
Nice. How did that get there, dildo? Yeah, it must have been a wild night. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but it sells for a lot at the traders, so you're lucky when you poop one out.
Oh, nice. So it vendors for pretty high?
Yeah, it sells pretty good. So the game has safe zones that are little vendors on island. The premise of the game is there's a TV show, and there's a corporation called the Teco Corporation that runs this island, and they ship prisoners there. And there was a zombie outbreak that happened, so they ship prisoners there and they film it for a TV show. Your survival. And that's why they're called puppets instead of zombies. You have a thing in the back of your head that's been implanted that's called a BCU. And when you die, you become a zombie, and the Teco Corporation controls all the zombies and everything. So they're puppets. And you're basically being filmed surviving on this island. So you acquire fame points, and civilizations have started happening among the survivors. You've got traders and squads and everything. So there's a whole lore to it that's eventually going to result in an end game where you learn how to surgically remove your BCU and get off the island.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I like it. I've seen like a old. I don't remember. Was it Left for? No, it was an. I swear it's a TV show or a series that they made. I don't know if they made a second one or it was a movie where it was based off of a zombie game. I think same premises as they like corporation obviously made the zombies, but then they used the zombies to control the zombies in population, and once they turned, they were able to remotely control them too. And I like that aspect where there's like some premises of government control or control over a corporation for an idea of why they're using these zombies to do something. Like a good backstory is always good, so I like that.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's definitely one of those early grind games, and that's what turned some people off. Is that what we call the first 4 hours of the game? That early grind. You touch down in literally prison oranges with nothing, and it's go survive.
Well, hello, beautiful.
That first 4 hours it takes to really get established tends to steer some people away. But if you can overcome that, it's a phenomenal game. I promise you. And there's in the official servers and in the hosted private servers like we run. It's not private; it's public, but privately owned. You got PvP aspects, events that happen, so it kind of turns into almost a Fortnite-ish, Call of Duty-ish. Gear up and go find other players and kill and loot and raid bases and blow holes in the wall and pick locks and steal their vehicles. There's many flavors to this game.
Nice. No, that sounds like my cup of tea. And now that it's 50% off, like I said, I may have to scoop that up and give it a shot some night with you guys, since I know you guys are pretty big on it. Every time I go over there, you guys are throwing it down, doing something wild, and I'm just looking on to see what's next in store. So yeah, I definitely, it's one of those games where I enjoy watching, I'm not sure again how I would enjoy playing it. Like you said, may throw me off, may not, but I think I'd have fun, like you said, it's funner the more people you play with, the more involved you are with it. It definitely doesn't look like
it's definitely one of those games, to get started, you'll have a much better experience if you get on with other people that have been playing, and they can come pick you up and bring you to camp and kind of give you some stuff and some pointers and kind of show you how things work, so it's not so overwhelming, because it is a vast crafting system and food metric system and metabolism system, and the game is very detail oriented. There's literally almost nothing you can't do. But rather than try to figure it out and get frustrated on your own, if you can get scooped up and brought to a camp and kind of shown the works and then released off into the wild to do what you want, it's a lot more enjoyable experience.
No, I agree. I think like you said, guidance is key because I wouldn't know what to do. And for me, I'm not a big fan of games that are like so in depth that I don't know how to access like the menus or to get into certain things, or I'm missing something for like the first 30 hours that I probably should have knew within the first hour of playing. I just get discouraged and then I turn it off. I think there was a game. Dying Light, I think it was. I picked it up for free, and there
Oh, I
was like,
loved it.
yeah, it was pretty fun. I had fun. I got a lot of good clips out of it, and I only played it one time on stream. But I got to a part where like either the controller wasn't working for me properly, or my keybind, something was happening to where it said to light a firework or to light something or do this, and I could not get it to work. It just was not working. It was either a bug was happening, and it just threw me all off. And I closed it, and then just we never got back around to it. Next stream, we went to something else, and there it is, still loaded up or still saved game data that I've never touched the game since then. And that's one reason why it's like very hard for me to pull the trigger when it comes to new games, because it's like, do I really want to spend 20, 40 bucks, $100 on this game and not play it but a couple times? So I always end up coming back to Fortnite. You know, you mentioned uh, God, PUBG, and that being the original game. You know, I got a lot of people who play PUBG in the communities, a hobby being one of them too. I don't know how I feel about PUBG. I'm kind of like in the fence where it's like I like the battle royale style games. I do like the realism of it, but it looks like, I don't know. There's a lot of downtime, a lot of slow again running, and I think with PUBG, you know, it being battle royale, I think battle royale should be a little bit more fast paced. But you know, games like the game you're playing, like Scum and DayZ and these type of games, they're slower paced to a point, right? Like things do get heated up, but I think it's those style games. I think it's okay for downtime. You know, where just you're just running, chucking it through the woods, trying to get into a new location. I feel like that's expected in those style games, but in a battle royale game, I don't. If I'm running more than 5 minutes and I'm not seeing a person yet, I'm kind of getting bored. I need to shoot somebody or.
Yeah, absolutely, and I agree 100%. It kind of lends itself to the style of game you're playing. Like in the Scum world where I kind of reside, downtime's a normal part of it. That's, there could be an entire stream where for 45 minutes it has one of the largest in-game online maps out there. So you could spend 45 minutes running a quarter of the map, like just a small distance. But at any given time, you can be attacked by a bear, you can be attacked by a wolf, a zombie horde could happen, another player could encounter you. There's so many variables that people, I think, feed off the anticipation of how long is this going to go well for him and when's it going to go bad. Where I
Yeah.
could totally see if I go to watch a Fortnite stream, I'm there to watch competition. I want to see gun battles and who comes out on top. And if you're just running circles looking for somebody, I would get bored. This is a shooting game. Nobody's shooting. To
Yeah.
watch something else. So I get it. I totally understand where you're coming from with that.
Yeah, and that's kind of and I'm one of those ones who do, even me. I like to play conservative in a battle royale, so I am one of the ones who sometimes run around and kind of avoid contact. I'm the sniper from a distance. I don't want to fight up close, but I will if I have to. So sometimes my games are pretty low. Like I'm not the person to drop at a hot spot and try to battle 10 people right out of the gate. Sometimes it's fun and I don't mind it, especially if I'm trying to bring the hype early on. But I'm a strategic player, so I want to drop at an outside location, gear up before I start fighting my first person, and then make my way into on land and go from there. But some people are like, I'm just going to drop right here and kill 5 people and then push to the next POI and kill 5 people there. And I'm like, damn, you guys are just aggressive as hell. Like, oh, I like the dog. Awesome.
Yeah,
I love.
she's trying to say hi. She likes to get on stream a lot.
Yeah, awesome. So, I mean, a good time for the pet question. How many dogs do you got? You got any cats or other animals?
No cats. I love cats, but I'm allergic to cats, so I don't keep them around. But I have 2 dogs. I have Remy, who is my 40-pound mystery dog. I don't know what she is. She's just dog. And then I have a Pepper, who is my long-haired Chihuahua, who just lays in her little bed over there and blinks at me all the time. So a couple of puppers. They're both spoiled little girls.
Oh
They want
yeah.
to play. They're trying to figure out why I'm not playing games. They keep coming up and trying to figure out this is different. What's going on?
Yeah, you're not smashing on the keyboard and yelling at it. Well, this is different. But no, I wanna thank you for coming on. You know, we got a couple more questions to go through,
Sure.
and then we will be departing. What we do, since you are running the wee one to the doctor's appointment, we can rate out to an individual of your choice. So if there's maybe someone in the Scum community or an avid supporter of your community or stream, you can definitely we can shoot over there afterwards. Maybe chat for a little bit before you have to jet, and then go from there and see what we can come up with today on a Monday. But I want to thank everybody in chat, you know, for coming out, hanging out with us. Yo, Cast Critic, awesome show yesterday. Thank you for being a wonderful guest, part of the stream. Great to have you in here, showing some love to Grasshopper Games, like we all showed some love to you yesterday. It's always great to see, you know, past guests on the show. You know, a lot of the team members in the Kingdom of Clowns have been on the show. Zahabi, Ryder, Leonessa, Royal Toughness, we've got Lock It Down, just all these great people. Bella's even been on the show. Her break stream's coming back today, this evening. So just awesome people. So you guys really, really make the community. Even Mr. Vinshock here dancing it up. Wonderful guest who's been on the show as well. So it's just awesome to see that I can play a part in your guys' journey, just like you guys have played a big part and impact in my journey here. So I want to thank you guys all for making this possible and making these really great shows by being amazing guests that you guys are. So thank you again, Mr. Grasshopper, for being here and being a part of the show. But yeah, so we went over some of the pet questions as well. So if you could travel anywhere in the world, where would you travel?
Without a doubt, 100% New Zealand. Ever since I was a child, I've been fascinated with both Australia and New Zealand. But New Zealand just looks beautiful, small, quiet, sleepy, little green paradise of the world. And the accent there does something to my blood that I can't explain. I want to go.
Yeah, it's a beautiful place. From what I've heard, I've got a couple streamer friends who live in New Zealand. Not many, but they talk about how awesome it is. You know, I think the only thing bad about New Zealand, from what I hear, is bad internet. Like they don't have the best internet, so like slowly drown.
I've got in my little streaming community, Mother Bear is a New Zealand streamer that streams Scum, and that's her biggest complaint. And then my stream team, Insect Asylum, one of our members is in Australia, right in the middle of the continent, and that's his big complaint is internet.
Oh yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, and it's crazy how like Australians are almost a whole day ahead. You know, it's like
14 and a half hours from Central Time Zone.
Yeah, it's crazy. And I think they actually have 3 different time zones in Australia compared to us. So there's like
They do.
an
And it's
hour
weird 'cause
and
it's not hour. One of them's like an hour and a half difference.
Yeah.
Halves.
Yep. I know, and I didn't realize that because I just assumed everybody in Australia was the same time zones difference. And then I'm here setting up the spotlight, and I'm like trying to do the math. I just tell them they need to convert their time to Central Time because I have no fucking clue. Like here, my time is this time now. What's your time now? And then we start doing the math that way, and I'm like, okay, you're 14 hours ahead. All right, so it's going to be 1 a.m. for you. Cool. I'll see you at 1 a.m. your time. And I feel so bad for him. I'm like, it's 9 a.m. here, but it's 1 a.m. your time.
Yeah, we tease Mickey. He's our Thunder from Down Under team member. We tease him all the time that he's in the future because it's always we're streaming on a Monday and he's like, it's Tuesday night here, or it's Wednesday morning, and it's try to coordinate with him is tough because when we stream, that's like his 3 a.m. and it's real tough to coordinate with him. So he just quit going to sleep. We call him our Australian vampire. He's on all the time, and I don't know when he sleeps.
Yeah. No, it's tough. It's the same with my Australia. I don't think they do. I think they are vampires, all of them, because they never sleep. They're always. I never see a Australian up at an actual good time. Even here in America, because I'm up late too, and they should be up about that time. That would be their normal hours, but they're not. Are nowhere to be found. But yeah, Cast Critic, Scum is a zombie type of game, a survival, uh, zombie style. Really, really cool. From everything I've seen a lot of streamers play it that I've come across, and each time, no matter who I'm watching, I'm having a good time watching it. So I think that says a lot for the game itself too. And not just the streamers. I mean, streamers are awesome, but for a game to captivate me, no matter who's playing it, is pretty good too.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's a hoot to watch. Even if you don't like the guy playing it, you'll still have fun watching him play it. It's an interesting game.
Yeah, most definitely. All right, I think I'm gonna go. We got about two more to give me enough time to raid out, get you some time to get ready and so forth, so you can go to your appointment. We're gonna do some I think streaming questions here. What's been your most memorable or enjoyable experience so far as a streamer? Is there a specific moment or time that really stood out in your journey where you were like, "This is awesome," or "This is kind of what I'm in it for"?
Yep, absolutely is. When I came back to streaming in this last about 6 months or so, when I finally decided to get back into it, I, like we talked about earlier, I struggled to get any type of a foothold. The market has expanded so much and saturated so much, and I spent many nights streaming to myself and my bot in chat. Just that was it. And I finally landed back on Scum because I've played Scum for 2,500 hours, and I wasn't having much luck in just the kind of variety stuff. So I jumped back into Scum and thought, well, I'll make this my game, and we'll see how it goes. And kind of the same instance. It's just I was 4 or 5 pages down the list, and nobody was finding me. There is a very large Scum streamer named Miss Impossible. Phenomenal Australian streamer, very friendly, celebrity status as far as Scum goes. She plays with the devs, she's friends with the devs. They've flown her out to Croatia to meet all the people that make the game. Just that status of Scum player. And one night she popped in my chat, and I was streaming literally to only her. She hung out for hours chatting about the game and about Australia and just everything. We just had a phenomenal fucking chat, and uh, she ended up streaming later that next day, and I stopped by to check her out, and she was talking about me on her stream to 150 viewers or whatever, and shouting me out and telling everybody my life story that we talked about, and just nothing but love and support to her community. And that got my ball rolling. That got me on the map with the Scum community again, got me discovered. Now half of my Insect Asylum stream team were fans that found me through Miss Impossible, became fans of my stream, asked if they could play with us, and eventually became part of our actual Insect Asylum team. Mickey and Sevilla that you'll see in my streams, they are now pretty proficient affiliate streamers, and they started as fans of Miss Impossible, became fans of Grasshopper, and now are part of my team and work with me. And she still to this day continues to support me. She's put me in touch with three of the devs that work on and create the game. I'm now online personal friends with developers of the game. I've played with them on stream. I've had input into the game, etc. And just that moment, I went from streaming to my Streamlabs bot to my community now. I'm still very micro in the community. I'm only I'm sub 300 followers, but because of her, I stream to 20, 25, 30 people a night. And when that happens, I don't care what my follower count is. I like that viewer count. We're interacting, we're having fun. And because of her, I can go in random people's streams that are streaming Scum, and they fanboy over me now because they've heard my name moved around that community. And she kind of reached down and grabbed me out of obscurity and pulled me to a higher pedestal within that Scum community, and I can't thank her enough for that. That was my phenomenal streaming moment.
Yeah, no, special shout out for Miss Impossible there. That's awesome. Yeah, if you wanna drop her name in chat, we can definitely give her a shout out here to pay homage to wonderful people who really take in the networking and help other small streamers, because that's something huge we try to do here. Show love, show some light, kind of highlight off what you streamers, are able to provide for as content creators. So to give you that opportunity, it's awesome. But yeah, no, welcome in, Blessed Scars. How are you? Happy Monday. My boy Dark History recommended your channel, and now I'm in your Discord too. Awesome to have you. Kingdom of Clowns always welcomes all. Great to see you here. We've got our guest on the Jokerdad Spotlight, episode 141 today. We got Grasshopper Games, Scum player, really great in the community, tattoo artist, as well as professional, or some would say amateur wrestling, but I think any wrestling in general is professional to me, unless
My
you're.
license says professional on it.
I like it. Yeah, no, for real. I mean, unless you're doing it in your backyard, then you're pretty professional to me. If there's an event going on and other people are at said event, it's pretty professional. I love when streamers come together and look out for each other. That's how it should be. I agree. There's a lot of streamers out there who'll go live and they won't talk, shout out, give love to any other streamers in their community. They'll make them seem like they don't exist because they don't want their audience to go off into those other streams. They don't want to lose their visibility. They don't even rate out. Like, I've been in streams where they'll just end stream at 100 streamers, or they'll end stream at 50 streamers or viewers, should I say. Yeah, and they don't want to show the love because they worry that, well, hey, if I rate out right now, these are people who stream during my stream time, and maybe my viewers would like them more, so then they won't come around to my stream, right? So it's kind of like they're protecting themselves out of fear that they're not entertaining enough to keep people along. If someone there's probably people right now who are everyday watchers of myself, right? They come in, they say hi, they hang out for a little bit, they lurk, they go to another stream, they say hi to someone, they hang out, they lurk, they go to another stream. Am I going to be mad about that? No, because I'm part of that process at which they're going through. I'm happy to have them here to be a part of their journey. Do I expect them to stay here the whole 3-hour stream time? No. There's too many people out there. There's enough people for people to watch, but just seeing that I'm a part of that, I appreciate that,
Yeah. Anybody that comes by my stream, if you're a streamer, and even if you're not, say so. I give shout outs away like Oprah gives away cars. I love shouting people out. So swing by, hang out, raise your hand. A lot of times I'll say anybody that wants a shout out, drop a 1 in the chat, and my mods will shout everybody out. When I shout you out, you get an introduction. It plays a clip of your stream on my stream, everything. I'll give you multiple shout outs. Come by, everybody gets one. I love sharing the love. I've found most of my community watches me and the other 3 members of my team simultaneously. So there's no sense in, they're going to go watch someone else anyways. Share the love. They'll end up watching you and them and them and them all at the same time.
Exactly. Yep. 100%. I'm with you on that one. Blessed Scars. Yeah. Awesome. Go ahead. Yeah. Follow Grasshopper. That's what we promote and support here. Give them a go. See how you like the content. Who knows? Maybe you'll find yourself playing Scum. The more I watch them, the more I watch a few others, I find myself wanting to jump into the game and have a little fun, or maybe even build up on the side and come in and troll you guys a little bit. If it's that open world, maybe you guys get stream snipers or people who kind of roll apart or try to RP a little bit. I'd be the. And is there clown customization for character? I need to know. Is there a party hat? Can I get a big red nose? Something?
There's a little paper birthday party hat you can wear, and
Nice.
I'm sure there's something we could do, get you looking clowny.
All right, that's what I'm hoping for. I got to be clowny. There's got to be some visual appeal there for me to a horn that I can honk. Maybe I just something. Some big red shoes. There's a clown mask in it. Sign me up. I'm down. All right.
There actually is several masks you can wear that are and most of them are creepy clowns. One's clown makeup very similar to yours on stream, but with blood splattered all over it.
Nice. I'm down. All right. I'm gonna have to go purchase this later today and get it downloaded and go.
Start in single player and get a feel for the game through tutorial stuff, and then we'll absorb you in and get you learned up.
I know I'm one of those guys who skip all the tutorial. That's why I'm horrible. I guess that's why I don't. Yeah. It's like tutorial. I don't need this. I'm a pro gamer. I'm a streamer. You guys didn't even know. No, but yeah, no. I should probably do that. And do you play on controller or keyboard and mouse, or how do you do it?
Keyboard and mouse. You could probably do it on controller, but you really need all the keys that a keyboard provides because there's a lot of hotkeys and different menu things. It's not as complex as it sounds, but you need the versatility of that many more available buttons.
Nice. No, I agree. I think that is something. I like keyboard and mouse, so that's my primary. And controllers are sometimes hard to do, but then I know some games the controllers are more native to the keys and stuff, so it's more friendlier. So that's why I had to ask, because right now I've got an old controller and sometimes it doesn't sync up properly and some games don't support it. So it's kind of like one of those things. But I just looked at Scum and that looks like a fun game. Yeah, it does. So, and that might be something that we try to do in the community as well. We're always looking for like certain ambassadors of games or certain people who main or primary games like Scum or like just pretty much any game out there that has a decent following enough to organize an event or organize a get together. I know we've been in the talk. Hybrid was in here earlier. He runs the Den community, really, really great community as well. We're looking to do some like party animals. I know we got a lot of party animals in chat and in the community that play. So we're wanting to get something going there. I know as well as we have that Fall Guys event coming on Saturday, which will be hosted by Echo Zodiac. We had people vote for that. So we're always looking for more people to host some events and show off other communities. We even created a new community alliance in the Discord, which is something that I'll be looking to reach out to community leaders for with that. So it's like a way of those communities promoting myself and the kingdom, me promoting those community leaders and their community as well. And then doing like an organized event every 2 to 3 months with that community. So, not too much, participation with each other, but enough to kind of show unity and organization between the two and supporting each other. So that's something that will slowly add people to that roster or communities to that roster and hope to get like maybe 5 to 10 communities over time that are organized with us. Just so people as streamers have a way of reaching out to vetted, trusted communities that are like genuinely close to the same. So definitely something to consider in the future as well as your community begins to grow, which seems like you said, you've got a pretty good following there, especially seeing that you're around 300 followers. You have a pretty good backing so far. So once you hit the 500 mark, the 1,000 mark, you're going to have a really solid team there of people. So I can't wait to see how you continue to grow throughout this next year, 2 years. And see where you're at when the time comes.
Absolutely.
But yeah, man, I appreciate you being on the show again. I want to thank everybody in chat. When you have some time, I want to chat with you about something along those lines. Yeah, man, we could definitely chat, Mr. Vinjak. We're always looking. Yo, Miss Bashful, how are you today? Did I miss you earlier? I swear I thought your name popped up earlier, and I went back to look, and I could not find it. But I think you did say hi. Already, but if you did, I apologize completely. How are you doing today? I know we had the first time chat as well earlier. Just making sure it dropped. Okay, didn't miss it. But yeah, no, I appreciate you being here, Miss Bashful. Hopefully your day is going good. Your weekend went well. Amazing show as always, yo. I appreciate that, Hybrid. Nope, I just woke up. You just woke up. Oh, all right. I guess I was my preemptive thoughts manifested you into reality because I swear I thought I saw you say something earlier. But yeah, thanks for being here, hanging out with us. Hopefully you had a good rest. If you're just waking up now, I assume so, unless you're in a different neck of the woods, then maybe you're just waking up on time. But yeah, Grasshopper, if you want to shoot me in chat here, the individual that we'll be raiding into, if you want to scum, I was going to say scum around and look for someone, but maybe we
So
can.
what I would recommend, normally when I raid, I try to find somebody in the community that only has a few viewers because I like to bless them with as many viewers as possible. But since a lot of people in here are asking kind of about Scum and what Scum's like, I recommend we raid the Giraffe himself. Phenomenal UK streamer, big in the Scum community, very interactive with chat, and you guys will get to see some really fun gameplay watching him play. Just tell him Grasshopper sends his love. He knows me very well, and in fact, he's going to be joining my server at some point. But he's hilarious. He wrecks more planes than I do. It'll give you definitely a good pie slice of what Scum is watching him.
Oh, awesome! No, I'm excited to see, and yeah, definitely. I'll be on the lookout for Giraffe here yourself. I want to thank you for coming on, being a great guest today on the show. Love to have you on. I learned quite a bit from you, about the games you played, your life, what you do for a living, and what I can expect out of your stream and your stream schedule. So if you guys didn't get a chance, drop Grasshopper a follow, go over there, check out his about section. If you stopped in late, maybe go back, watch the VOD if you'd like. We appreciate everyone. Also, how is that balloon still up? That's been there for like a month. I think that it wouldn't float by now. Bro, it's getting close. Like, look at it. It's like literally, I can squeeze it and there's like very little helium, but it's staying up. Like, it's still floating. I can't believe it. I said I was going to keep it up until it floated down. And then once it floated down, I was going to take it away, but it's still going strong.
It's held up by the love of your community.
It is, yeah. Maybe by the fucking bullshit and gas that they spew on a daily basis is keeping it going. It's impressive, not gonna lie. Yeah, I think it wouldn't float. Yeah, but no, that
Mr.
balloon.
Jokerdad, I want to take an opportunity to thank you. I know we've thanked a lot of people, but you and I didn't really know each other well until we just started communicating recently, and I tremendously appreciate you letting me come on and talk to your community and your fan base and possibly share in that love. And trust and believe I will be promoting the Kingdom of Clowns as well as yourself at every opportunity I get as a reciprocation of that love. I just appreciate you letting me come on today, man. I really do.
Oh man, it means the world. Like really, I do this out of the kindness of my heart. I really, really, really want to see the people around me succeed. I think that's just like a genuinely, even if I don't manage to make it there, I want to see somebody in this group of people, really take off, really get where they wanted to be and see, because then I'll know it was all worth it, right? Like this effort, this energy that we're all investing, can all work together in harmony and push us all to the top. It's kind of like a chain, right? We all kind of help pull each other up to the top once we get there, even if it's little levels, I've seen people far succeed my growth in such a shorter period of time than myself. I'm not jealous at all. I'm very pleased of them, happy of them. I just hope that they'll take someone else with them, even if it's not me. They'll help someone else along the way, like we helped them or someone helped them, and not let it get to their head, because that's the biggest thing. Is some people you see they hit affiliate, and then next thing you know they're pushing for partner, and they're thinking like all this. They're just going so fast, and you're like, bro, it's just, you're gonna burn yourself out, or you're gonna be strangely disappointed by the results that you're gonna get, because it's not gonna happen tomorrow. But I respect the drive though too. Like I respect people who have a drive to do this and put in the work and effort. And I see the work and effort you're putting into your stream, you're putting into your community, you put into coming on the show today. Everybody's giving everybody love and shout outs and wanting to see people succeed. And that's the people I want to surround myself with. So thank you for putting in that effort. thank you for coming on the show and showing the love. And thank you, everybody in chat. You know, again, you guys are what make me want to do this, continue to do this. If it wasn't for you guys, I would have thrown the towel in, a long time ago. So I'm not going anywhere as long as you guys don't go anywhere. Please don't leave me. Okay, no, I'm just kidding. But yeah, if you leave me, you can never come back. Okay, never. I'll never let